Hey guys, good evening. Welcome back to our channel. How's everyone doing? Thank God it's Friday. Good afternoon or good fam. Good evening, wherever you're joining us from tonight. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I hope you are keeping well. Welcome, welcome. Please give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't yet done so. Thank you, thank you. Over fam. You remember I said that the Yabos that is will never reach 100,000 subscribers. Oh. So if you are an Obodo fan, if they yab me, now you the yabo. So if you they watch and you get any kind of value from this platform, please subscribe. Thank you so much. Welcome everybody. Not to like Amebo. I never do 2 minutes. 200 people don't day studio. Amebo is my hobby. AK is my hobby. Give us a thumbs up. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys. Thanks to everyone that supports me, all my members, those who support me on Patreon. I appreciate you, all my returning subscribers, and those that are going to subscribe today. Thank you very much. Before I even get into the story for today, this is just a quick follow up based on my interaction with a young lady who informed me that she dated actress Sharon's husband for 6 months back in 2023. So before I even get into it, I like to make a disclaimer, please. Gentlemen and ladies, this show tonight is not to shame, is not to make anybody feel bad, is not to make Sharon feel any kind of way, or even the what's his name? Emmanuel, is it Emmanuel or Ugo? But it's mostly for my Gen Z and millennia subscribers and the people who watch. Because I think there are tons of lessons in this story. Okay. I'm wishing Sharon and her husband the best of luck going forward. I pray that their marriage will last the test of time. However, there's a couple of lessons in the story. Okay. And that's why, and because this is true, what I'm sharing today is not made up. It's true. Someone shared it with me, and I have the permission to share the story anonymously. Okay. So I just wanted to make that disclaimer because I know people will always hear what they want to hear. And people will think this is done in malice. I'm not that kind of person. I'm very happy when people find love, and I'm very happy when people find happiness. I wish them the very best of luck. We are all about healthy marriages, healthy relationships on this platform. However, there is always an opportunity to learn and unlearn. And it's always better to learn from other people's negative experience. I pray that the experience will not be negative. But however, we cannot negate the fact that this guy is marrying, or this is his fourth marriage. So there's a lot of learning there. However, you want to see it. There is a lot of learning because remember the first show I did ask you, my beautiful people here, if being divorced, marrying and divorcing 3 times, if that was a red flag, and you all said, "Oh, is a signboard, is a billboard, is this is red in all ramifications." All right. So, being married and divorced 3 times, and you are on your fourth marriage now, there's a lot of learning there, and we are trying to extract that. That is the whole purpose of this video or this show tonight. It's not to drag anybody. I'm very, very happy for Sharon, and I pray that she finds lasting happiness. However, I was sitting on my own on the 3rd of July when I saw an email, and the person said, "Hi Obodo, I want your WhatsApp number. I'd like to talk to you. Thank you." It was very brief, straight to the point. And I was like, Tatu le you, who is this? Sometimes I will not respond, sometimes I will, depends. Because I was like, who is this person? She's rude. Why she, she can't even no pleasantries, nothing. I just want your number. Why are you asking for my number? So I almost ignored it. But something in my spirit said, respond. And I did. And I said hi to the person. I said, "Oh, what's this about? Please let me know." And she came back to me and said, "Well, hi, I'm seeing all this trending story about Sharon Oja and her husband. Then I responded and I said, do you know her or do you know him? Or do you have any inside information? And she came back to me in less than a minute and said, I dated this guy last year for about 6 months. When she said that, I said, okay, now you have my attention. Okay? Because remember, we had just talked about this situation a few days ago. And our videos do travel far. Okay? People listen and share. And like I said to you guys, the diaspora, Nigerians, Africans, all these videos, they share it. And one thing I can say is that when you are in the public, you are in the public. What's the word I'm looking for? If you become a celebrity overnight, whether you is what you wanted or is not what you bargained for, once you become famous, you best be sure that people are going to come out and say things about you. It comes with the territory. There's nothing you can do about it. I don't know if Ugo Emmanuel knew, or I mean, I can't speak for him, if he knew that marrying a celebrity or marrying an actress who is well known is going to throw him into the limelight. Maybe he knew, maybe he wanted it. But once you're in the public space, people will talk about you. That's a given, right? So marrying a woman like Sharon, who is an actress well known, and because of all the controversy around the marriage, people have been talking. All right. So when this young lady said, I dated this guy last year for 6 months, she had my complete attention. I don't need to tell you that I sent her my phone number immediately. And she called me. I was not even in the house when she called me. I was out. I was shopping with a sister of mine. Thank God I wasn't driving that day. I went shopping with one of her sisters who lives local to me. And when she sent me a message on WhatsApp, I said, is that you? She said, yes. I said, okay. I said, can you talk? She said, yes. I said, okay, I'm calling you now. Then I called her. And we spoke for an hour. You know when Ola was saying the other day that men generally don't know how to multitask, that whenever he's doing his show, he will be talking, and when he needs to look at the comment section, that he will not be talking. He will focus on the comment section. And we're laughing about how, women can multitask. You should see me that day. This our sister who was driving will bear me witness. I was listening to her, I was interviewing her, and I was making notes on my phone simultaneously. The reason why I was making notes is because I didn't want to forget. Number one, Adana, oh, that's so kind of you. Thank you so much for that super chat. Obodo fam, please give us a thumbs up. That's all you can. That's the least you can do. Give us a super chat. You're all here to hear gist, to learn something today. Eh? When you go to all these African American, and all these American platforms, super chats, oh man, it's like water. But yeah, even to like go talk. People no go agree, like they'll come and watch and go. Adana, thank you so much. Says Sis B, thank you for the back-to-back hot seat. We love you. I love you very much, my darling. You know that. You know that. I got you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, please give us a thumbs up and give us a super chat. Bless our work. It is not easy to be here. It takes a lot of hard work. Anyway, so everything I'm telling you today is honest, the truth, nothing but the truth, according to my conversation with this young lady. Okay? Okay, so I'm just going to paraphrase because I took notes. So bear with me if I don't get it in a chronological order. Like I said, I was just sporadically taking notes on my phone while talking to her and asking questions at the same time. So she said, I dated this guy 6 months last year. I said, which guy? He said, Sharon's husband. I said, are you sure? Do you know who we're talking about? He said, yes, I know him very well. And I said, well, I need to see evidence. You got pictures or everything? And then she said, yes, I know him very well. Like we were together for 6 months. And I said, okay, tell me more. She said, we met in January of 2023. Last year, 2023. And from everything that she told me, I think he was already talking to Sharon at the same time. And remember what I need to tell you that when we were talking about this matter the other day, somebody in the comment section said that Ugo and his ex-wife got married traditionally in December of 2022 in Nigeria. Guys, you need to listen very carefully to be able to follow this timeline because it's tricky. Okay? They got married in 2022 and they got divorced about a year after. And he's currently married to Sharon Oja. Okay? So if he got married in December 2022 to, I'm suspecting his third wife, which is the light-skinned woman on this picture. Let me show you guys a picture that people said she's a medical doctor in Nigeria. I still got the picture here. Let me show you. Yeah, wife number 3. So this happened in December. This happened in December of 2022. All right. And this young lady said, we started talking in January of 2023. So follow the timeline, please. Okay. So that means he's done the traditional marriage in Nigeria before he started talking to this young lady. Remember, they said it was only traditional marriage he did with that third wife. Okay. I'm not sure if they did anything. Hmm? I'm not sure if they did any church or any registry. Thank you, Mama Joe, for the super chat. I appreciate that. Yes, baby, thank you. All my love and support, $20. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mama Joe. Anyway, so she said that when she met E, that's what she called him, E for Emmanuel. Remember that the people that live in Los Angeles said that they call him Emmanuel in America, right? That she herself was not ready for any relationship because she's been married and divorced and she was just playing. She was just having fun. She was not ready for anything serious. She didn't want a relationship. She was just having fun and playing. Mhm. And that he was so loving. And you know, when they talked about love bombing, like we talked about the other day, that the love bombing was so much that she said, I didn't know when I fell in love. I'm like, I thought you said you are playing, that you were just talking to guys, you were not serious because you just, left a marriage and you were not ready for anything serious. She said, he was so sweet. He was giving me attention. And we were talking literally 24/7. Mm? We were talking 24/7. He got divorced in 2023. It was in 2023 he got divorced. When did he get married? When did he get married? That person said that he got married in 2022, right? He got married in 2022, traditionally in 2022. Okay, and got divorced a year later. So that's 2023. We're saying the same thing now, guys. We're saying the same thing. I said he got married traditionally to his third wife in 2022, and this person said they got divorced a year later. Okay, so that's 2023. So she said that she was playing. Let me just continue with the narration because I'm reading from my phone. Let me not, you know, mix it up. She said that he was very, very loving. That the way he loved and showed her love, he was present, calling. They did video calls. They did a chat. He will call her first thing in the morning before going to work. They will talk throughout the day. At night, that she did not know when she fell ayakata in love. You know, women now. I often say it here that women, the air that will breed is what? What's the air that will breed? Who can tell me? The air that women breed. Why Casanova, the legendary Casanova, was able to date so many women and got them. Somebody tell me in the comment section. Chidima, thank you so much. Oh, that's big. Say thank you, Auntie B. Um, please drink tea after giving us hot tea. God bless. Thank you so much. What is the language? What is the air that women breed? Attention, and affection. Is affection. 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 Attention. Affection. Those two, they work hand in hand. If you know how to give a woman affection and attention, yakata. They love it. Not be here. Anyway, let me carry on because it's quite a lot to go through. She said that she fell madly in love, even though she told him, like when they met, that it wasn't she wasn't even in a place that she wanted anything serious. But the attention he gave her, he was so affectionate. He was a good talker. She told me that he, as they call him, is a talker. Like he get yarn. Nigerians will say yarn. You know when they say somebody has yarn, that means you get sweet mouth. You get sweet mouth. It's a bit toast. That this is what he does for a living. Like he does that his job is relating to marketing. So he's very good at talking. And so when you saw that day on the wedding to Sharon, when he was talking, he wrote it down. It was like making a presentation. He's used to doing things like that. He can talk. He's a talker. So she said that he's a salesperson and he can sell ice to an Eskimo. Guys, give us a thumbs up. Right? Adewale said that Sharon said the same thing. They say we go can sell ice to an Eskimo. If you know, you know. He's a smooth talker. He can talk and convince and tell you what you want to hear. He knows the right button to press. He knows what to tell a woman, and you will fall. You will fall, Yakata. Akuri, Akuri. Let me carry on. And that she said that before she knew it all, because they were talking. She that said, me, she was doing a play girl that I don't want anything serious. I don't want to date. I'm just playing. She said she didn't know the time she fell in love. Oh, that she was. I said, you mean you were in love with it? She said, I was madly in love. Madly. I said, just like that. She said, you don't know. You don't know the kind of love bombing. It was serious. Like he knew what to say. He knew when to call. He would text. He was checking on me. We're literally talking 24 hours a day. And her friends were like, from when to when? You just met this guy. You just left. You said that you are not dating. You're not serious. How come you are so into this guy now? She said she was not listening. No. And then she was saying, you see how Sharon is smitten? That's the word. That this was me. This was me last year. I was smitten. Like it's like if this guy, I can't breathe without him. I can't live without him. He's my joy, my happiness. The only porero, the only tomato juice. So I said, okay, tell me more. What happened? And she said that the love bombing was real. And that the first 3 months they were talking throughout the day. And it was so easy for her to fall. Mhm. And like I said, she said she was not in a phase in her life where she was even thinking of loving or anything serious, but the love was real. She felt it. And there was something she said. She said that um he told her, so I asked her, I said, did he tell you about his past? He said yes. He told her some of it, but not all. So basically, she told me that he told her about his second marriage. Okay, remember the story of the second marriage that I was telling you about, where people on social media were saying that he dated the woman for 7 years before he now married her. I think that was the longest one, right? Which was the woman that they said she's a nurse practitioner in the US, wife number two. Yeah. And I also told you that, I also heard from a very reliable source that there are some issues that is relating to mental health as a result of trauma from that marriage. Okay. And there was something that this young lady told me, though. She said that from talking to him, that he could deduce that he was a good father because he had his child, his daughter, from this marriage with him at the time. However, what he told him her about his previous relationship, his previous marriage, was not everything. Okay, it was not everything. Remember, she didn't know about wife number three. Oh. She only knew about wife number two. Okay, and he made it sound like he was the victim. Okay, and the way he presented it, he made it sound as if, oh, I was this guy that did everything, right, but she was not into me, or she didn't do this, she didn't do that. He was basically talking bad about wife number two. Okay, remember we always say on this channel that watch how they talk about their exes. If somebody is talking negatively about their ex without taking any accountability, is a red flag. And you know what she said to me? She said to me that, you know what, looking back in hindsight with everything that happened, that when she saw Sharon and the way Sharon was loving on him, and Sharon was calling him all these names and giving him all these accolades, that she doesn't blame Sharon. She said that he narrated the story to her in a way that she felt like he was the victim. And it will make you feel like, you know, it will make you feel like it will tell you the story in a way to make you feel like, I'm the victim. So women usually have this savior mentality. We have this, oh, don't worry, I'm gonna be different. So she, in her mind, because he plays the victim while he was telling the story, yeah, she wanted to be a savior to him. Let me show you the screenshot of that because she actually sent me this one after our conversation. I think this is the screenshot. Yeah, this is the screenshot. When we finished talking for an hour, she sent me this. She said, Auntie B, do you know something? I just thought about it. He plays victim when telling his story, which will make someone to want to be a savior. At least I did. I'd be like, I, I love you and show you that not all women are the same. And he said, crazy, right? So, having painted his past experiences very negatively, painting the ex like, I was the good guy, the ex was the bad one, victim blaming and shaming and all that, that she now felt like, okay, don't worry, women are not all the same. Oh, if they treated you bad, don't worry, I'm here for you. I will save you. I'm your savior and your Olugbala. And she said, I hope Sharon didn't fall for that BS. This is a text message that I got from her after we spoke for 1 hour. Let me continue the story. Mhm. So, and I asked her, I said, okay, did he tell you about that he was married before, the second one? Or did it go into details? It was like, no, the things he was saying about the second one, he was always talking negatively about the second wife. I said, okay. And, so you felt like, okay, he's the victim. Yeah, sometimes men are victims. It's not all the time that there are women mongopaths. Definitely. So that was that. So he said to her that he was very unhappy in his second marriage and left. She told me that Ugo said that he was the one that left the second wife. But remember that we saw court documents and it was the second wife that filed for divorce. He wasn't the one that left. She was the one that left. She was the one that divorced him. There's a difference. Okay? There's a difference. Yes. And it went on and on and on and on. And she said that, looking back now with the timeline of how everything happened, it appears like when she was talking to him, that was the time she was also talking. He was also talking to Sharon. He was also talking to Sharon at the same time. And I'm like, really? Said yes. Because apparently he still called her about a month ago. They are not together anymore. They are not dating anymore, but they are still cool. And she said he still called up in May. And then because she has started hearing stories about him getting married and everything. And then when he called her, she brought it up and he was like, yeah, I'm sorry, that it didn't work out between us. I'm getting married and everything. Hope no hard feelings. And she said, no, 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 no. No hard feelings. Hmm? In May, when did they get married? She said he called her in May. Yeah. Yeah. She said that it's easy to fall for him. I was in a phase, I'm reading my notes now, of playing and not dating, but he loved me till I changed my mind. He was a great father for what I could see from afar. So there were video calls, there were text messages, there were calls. He will call, we'll talk about his work. And he likes women that are, what do they call? Intellectual women that are intellectual. Because he's a very, very smart guy. He's a very intelligent guy. He is very, very good at what he does. So I asked her, I said, they are calling him a billionaire in Nigeria. So you've been with this guy. What do you know about, him in terms of being a billionaire and all that? She said that he has a really good job. He's doing very well, but he's not where he wants to be. Like he's very, very ambitious. And you know that kind of a thing when even though you have a job that probably pays you $200,000, you know how they said that the job he does is between the ranges of maybe 150,000 to maybe $300,000 per annum. That's a lot of money. However, because he's fiercely ambitious, he doesn't feel like he's attained his potentials yet. So he feels like he's not where he should be in life yet. So I said, oh, okay. So he's looking to upscale himself to um, you know, get higher in life, make more money. He said, yes, definitely. He doesn't feel like he's achieved. So I started thinking, I'm like, okay, you know how a lot of people during the wedding were saying, is he seeing Sharon as somebody that can advance him? Because Sharon has made some coins for herself. She's a celebrity. She's the face of Schweppes. I even heard it today. I didn't even know that. She's face of Schweppes in Nigeria. She makes money from acting. And there's a lot of money, not just acting, but influencing in Nigeria. That's where a lot of them make money. Because acting itself doesn't have a lot of money, but influencing. So, yeah. So I said, okay, let's talk about his faith because during the wedding, you could see that Sharon was in spirit. We talked about church Jesus baby yesterday. She was always praying. But there's a particular video where I noticed that when Sharon was in spirit, I need to show you guys that video. He was just looking at her. I didn't feel see, when you see a brother that is born again and he's in spirit and I didn't see that in that video. I think it was a video where they were praying for them. Sharon was so much in spirit and just she was talking from a very, very she was when they were praying for them, she was kneeling down. I hope I can find that video and share with you guys. But I didn't see him. Sharon was in spirit, and the Holy Ghost seemed like it was upon her, but he was looking at Sharon. Do you see that triangle? I need to find that video and show you guys. He was not really feeling that. It was like he was just looking at her as per what was this one doing? So I wanted to check that. Remember, we were talking about Jesus baby yesterday, and I was saying, can somebody who is a born again Christian, if you're a Jesus baby, would you be marrying somebody that is, not born again, not an unbeliever? Or you can say maybe an unbeliever is possible. Yeah. And he said to me that no, he's not born again. He's not a Christian. He's born Christian. That will go is born Christian because obviously he's from a Christian home, but he's the son of Christian that go to church only at Christmas and at Easter. And there's a reason why I was asking about that Christian because during the wedding there was a lot of spirituality around it. Sharon is a Christian and all that. But I observed when I was watching him that he was not really into it. I didn't see him fall under the Holy Ghost. I didn't see him close his eyes, and it was just normal. So I needed to check that if it's actually, that kind of tongue speaking, demon chasing, Holy Ghost fire. This is the video. I found it. I needed to check that. And yeah, she said to me, Rara o, Rara, it's not like that at all. That ooh, this has it has music. Hold on, guys. Bear with me. Okay. So he said no, that he's this kind of Christian that attend church only during ceremony. hmm And then I said to her, I said, okay, so with all this that you're telling me that you were in love with him and everything, it was all sweet and everything, what happened then? How come you're not together anymore? Who ended things? She said to me that it seems like, he started talking. She noticed that there was some withdrawal from him. The love bombing at the beginning where she was now feeling like, oh, I found the one. I found the one. That kind of a thing. And then that is the thing about love bombing. It's not consistent. At a point, it will begin to reduce. You cannot maintain that level of showing up for someone 2 4. It's not possible. That's why they call it love bombing, because it happens for a short period. However, it is significant in the Playboy's book, because it is what will entrap the person that you are trying to catch to fall for you. And by the time they are falling for you, it doesn't matter if the love is or the showing up is not 100% anymore, because now they are already in the trap. They are in love. You go nowhere. You get what I'm saying? So she said that she started noticing, you know, that it was not consistent anymore. He will say he will call, he will not call. She gave it two examples. She said typically two things happen, and she said she's the kind of person that consistency is very important to her. If you say you're going to call me, call. Don't say you're going to call me and you don't call. So she said that they were talking one day, and he just ended the call abruptly, and he said, "Oh babe, I'm going to call you back. I'm going to call you back," and he never did. He never called her back. I said, well, that's not a big deal. She said, no, for me, it's actually a deal breaker. He never called me back. Why do you say you're going to call? You didn't call me back. And I said, well, did you take it up with him? And she said, yes, I did take it up with him. It was like, oh, I'm sorry. Something came up. He just gave me some excuses. However, it happened again. It happened again. And then I now said, okay, this is not working for me. So she now started to notice some inconsistencies in this love that made the love thing, the attachment. Remember, she's falling, no? She's falling gidigba. Now, that level of love, the lady is based in abroad. No, not Nigeria. She's abroad. She's in abroad, but I'm not going to mention her country because I did promise her that I'm going to protect her identity. So I'm not going to mention the country where she's based, but it's not Nigeria. Okay? So she said that she started noticing all those kind of crooked. So she's telling me that, you know what? I'm suspecting that she started talking to Sharon that time. Okay? Because again, remember that we learned from when Sharon was giving her testimony about how they met and everything, that they got married, they did their court marriage, some 3 months after they met or something like that. You guys, remind me in the comment section. So she's saying that it was at the same time, from calculation now, this was 2023, that it was the same time he was talking to Sharon. And as at that time, that he didn't mention wife number 3. He never mentioned wife number 3. When we had the conversation the other day, they were saying that is it possible that Sharon was dating him when he was still going through the divorce for wife number 3? Remember, that was one of the possibilities that we're talking about. We're like, because the timeline is not, it's not adding up. It's not adding up. He got married in 2022, got divorced in 2023, a year after. So when did he start talking to you? This young lady said that they started talking in January of 2023. So it's either the marriage was still on, or the divorce proceedings have started as at 2023 January, but I doubt, because there's no way you start divorce in 2023 January and the divorce will end in 2023 December. Mm-mm. Especially if it's traditional marriage. No, it doesn't take that long. So that means he was still married as at the time that he was talking to this, that he was dating, not talking, dating this young lady. Okay. And I said, okay, so why did you end it? Yeah, he got married in December 2022. They said he got divorced in December 2023. So he was talking to the young lady in January of 2023. So he was still, perhaps, still married to the wife number three at the time. However, what this young lady is now saying to me is that she suspects that he was also talking to Sharon as at the time that they were together. Okay? Because when he called her a month ago and she raised that, oh, I'm hearing that you're getting married. It was like, oh, I'm sorry that it didn't work out between us and everything. And he said, you know what? Yeah, I decided to get married and all that. She's like, okay, when? When did you start talking to this person that you're getting to Sharon? When? When did you meet her? When did you start talking? Because dating you from January, I'm leaving it to you guys to figure out. All right? Because the timeline, like we said, is not time, it's not adding up. It's not adding up. Anyway, let me round up quickly because I want to take calls. I don't want to stay long tonight. Because we're doing the show back to back. Guys, please give us a thumbs up. Let me check the likes. Are they up? I don't think so. Guys, please like this video. So there are a lot of learnings here, and I'm going to quickly bring out. Why did they end? Why did she end? Why did she put the plug on this? Because I asked her, I said, did you end it or did he dump you? And she was very, very honest. She told me about his good parts, what she liked about him. He was a sweet talker. He gave her the attention. He showed her love. And then she told me something. She said that. I almost forgot that. You know when he said that to Sharon that no woman has ever loved him like the way Sharon loves him? Our mysterious girl told me the same thing. That he told her that he said to her that no woman has ever showed him love the way she has showed him love. Ah, ẹ gbà mí aládùúgbò, ẹ gbà mí, ẹ gbà mí. Ọkùnrin, ọkùnrin, Bra Patrick, you're in the studio. Ẹ má bínú o, ẹ má bínú, ẹ má bínú, ẹ má bínú. Mo gbé ọkùnrin. Exactly the same thing that he said, that no woman has ever loved me, no one has ever loved me like this. He said the same thing to her. I'm like, what? So you can imagine this young lady looking at all these videos and all these things on social media, and she's like, oh my God, are you for real? You told me this 6 months ago. You told me this last year. Now you're telling another woman the same thing. No woman has ever loved me like this. Oh, Jesus. So anyway, she said, I ended it due to inconsistencies. He was very sweet, but he was very sweet to her. She said he's very, very sweet, but she noticed, what they were saying about some element of control in his behavior. So there was definitely some control issues in his behavior that she noticed. But she said he was very, very sweet. Yeah, he was very, very sweet. He said to me, you are loving me the way I've never been loved. She said, he said the same thing to me. You've loved me the way I've never been loved. So Why am I sharing this tonight? And finally, this is what the last thing she said when we finished talking. There was a lot. There was a lot, but I'm just summarizing it. Like I said, we spoke for an hour. Uh, for you to have a conversation with someone you've never met for an hour, it's a long conversation. And this is the last thing she said to me, that, something, now that she's thought about it, that playing the victim. So, lessons for you millennials and Gen Zs that are listening, or even, you know, Generation X. It doesn't matter the age bracket or that you belong to, as long as you are looking for love. You gotta be very, very careful. Desperation is a no-no for either a man or a woman. Do not be desperate. Please don't. Mm. Don't be desperate, because it is better for you to get it right. Take your time to get it right than for you to f- get together with somebody who you don't really know, or who might not be a right fit for you. Okay? It is better. Take your time. That is what dating is for. Courtship is for that period, to know each other. When the person, when they are happy, when they are sad, how they handle conflict, how they handle disagreement, how they treat other people. You see how they interact with their family members and friends when they are angry or when they have misunderstanding, how they do their business, if they have a bad day, if they have, how do they behave? You need to take your time. You need to take your time. Because desperation will always send you to the arms of the wrong person. It is not after marriage that you get to know somebody. You should know them before marriage. Because if you are knowing them after marriage, then it can be a problem. Especially if you find out things that you don't know. He is talking about long distance. Long distance is even worse, ladies and gentlemen. With long distance, people can hide anything. They can mask anything. I was just reading a story just now on Pastor Shala's page, where somebody said that they married her in Nigeria and brought her to the abroad, and the guy is not into women. The mother knows. They package her and send her to the abroad. If they were living in the same country, she would have known. There's a reason why people go far to marry, and it's not everybody that is marrying, people from abroad for the wrong reason, or because they won't have something to hide. But pay attention. Take your time. Long distance is even more the one that really need to take your time to study the person. See, food when person go chop, sometimes they pass am. Be patient. You need to wait. Wait. Because when you even date somebody that gone, 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 it can be very tricky. Talk of person when you don't know. Somebody you don't know. And now, because everything is so public now, what are you going to do about it? Sharon is there thanking everybody, telling people that, the wedding is done, thanking them for supporting her and everything. So, the other day we were having a conversation about whether she knew all these things about this man or not. Okay? And people were like, maybe she knows, maybe she doesn't know. But I want to believe that she may have some knowledge about it. Maybe like, my informant is telling me, not everything. Because she said he told me some things. And he was always painting the ex as the problem. So I felt like, oh, I'm your savior, don't worry. If your exes treated you badly, they are bad women, they are not good. Me, I will save you. And Sharon is there online now saying, this is a recap of one of the best days of my life, the beginning of the most blessed days of my life. I'm so grateful to God for kindness and all his favor and love towards me and my husband, his edge of protection, his love and kindness. I feel so blessed. To the love of my life, thanks for loving me so fiercely. Fiercely. Your wife is grateful and feels blessed. To my son, Ami. I don't know what that means, though. My son, Ami. What a blessing to have you all. God bless you for loving me so deeply. That's what love truly is. May God protect you all for me. I'm a true, joyful queen. So, it's all in the public now. Everything is out there. And the fear is that if you're not finding out things after the fact, What are you going to do about it? Would you have the courage? Oh, son is Sharon Ojanwoke. Ah, son, thank you, D. Ah, say, okay, you guys catch it quick. I say, Goni. Yeah? Hmm. What are you going to do about it? I don't know. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm going to say about this is that please and please, marriage is for life. If you want to marry for life and you want to just do it once, you don't want to be marrying every Eke market day. Take your time. Please take your time. Do it the right way. There's no rush. There's absolutely no rush. That's the way I feel about it. Take your time. You're still going to marry the person if they turn out to be the right person for you. However, marrying somebody with so much baggage, it's not like it's not going to work. I pray it works out for them. Like I said, I wish them the very best. However, there's a lot to deal with. Even marrying somebody that has been married once, like they've been married only once with children, there's still drama in that situation. To talk of somebody that been married 3 times, wow. I wish them the very best of luck. Thank you so much, everybody. Please give us a thumbs up. Yeah. So that is what I have been informed. You're welcome. Patrick, thank you so much, sir. Welcome. Good evening.
Auntie B, how are you
Long
doing,
time
man?
no see. Patrick, this your job. Does not allow us to see you again, no. I'm going to complain to HR.
I dey listening to you on the background, even though if I'm in the office, I'll just put it on.
Yeah. Well done, sir.
Yeah, congratulations, Labour.
Oh
Labour
yeah,
winning
yeah,
the
yeah.
election.
We won. We won, no. Yes, so
Yes, so we just want them to say Nigerians doesn't need visa to come to UK anymore.
the whole of Nigeria will come to the UK.
All of us want jackpot now. Wow.
Oh,
Yeah, Auntie B, I've been following this story, even though I don't say anything.
yes,
Yeah, I just
sir.
want to spill the beans and just give it some tips. Number one, all what that lady said, they are pretty much correct. Yes, there's no other lie there. You know why I'm saying that women are more vulnerable than men.
Hmm.
Even in church, when one brother dates one sister, at the end of the day, they didn't marry. One thing, when the church want to find out, say, was there any carry between? The brother will say no, most times. But the sister will tell yes. That was carry.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We even tell you the date and everything, but men are always they are very hard.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to that, they don't like that's what I just said, that women are more vulnerable than men.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
no hard feeling about all what she said, just said the truth.
yeah.
Yeah, so number two, men are quick to remarry.
Ha. Uncle Patrick, this one is a little bit quick to. I know, but this one I've never seen this kind of speak before.
Yes,
Oh.
but Auntie B, I've seen. I have a
Eh.
friend that was a pastor. The wife died in January, he got married in April. So, I'm not going to mention his name. So, when there's any issue in a relationship, when it's heading toward divorce, men are very proactive. They have a plan ahead. Why will a man be in a divorce court with his girlfriend? You know what I mean? Men are
Yeah.
very, that's how men are built. They are very proactive. Why will a woman kick a man out and the man will go and stay in his girlfriend's house?
Hmm.
So men are like that. Women should know that. They are very proactive. They have the next plan for any if they have an issue at home, they have the next plan. That's how men are wired.
Hmm.
Women are different. They are emotionally carried away. They are emotionally built.
Yeah.
But men have plans.
Hmm.
I have one too. I've been invited to our church. I didn't see him. I was like, I just called one of the friends that I happened to know. He said, he was surprised that this guy got remarried. He had issue with it. He's a big pastor. So that's how men are made, Auntie B.
You know
I
what
don't,
I'm suspecting, Brad Patrick? I'm suspecting that Sharon was in a relationship that didn't end well. She was broken hearted. She was going through a heartbreak. And this guy, Ugo, came, saw her, beautiful girl from the sister's WhatsApp status, whatever, swooped in, and like my girl who spoke to me said, love bombed her in a way that made her forget her heartbreak. He showed her so much love, probably was, throwing in some gift and money and everything, and she just fell completely. And then he swooped in and just proposed. She couldn't say no because she was already madly in love. You can tell that she's madly in love with this guy.
Yeah, that's how men are built, and they take advantage of your vulnerability, especially when you're in that state. They will tell you that the nicest man you ever met. That's how men are.
The lady said that he made it seem as if, oh, it's my exes that have problem. I'm this. So she felt like she wanted to save him. She now wanted to say, don't worry, all women are not like that. Do you know that feeling? Brad Patrick, as a woman, I understand what she was saying exactly. Where a man would be like, I did everything right. I'm working, I provided, I did this, I did that, but she did it. And you now feel like, oh, yeah, poor you. On top of that, he's very, very handsome. It's easy for a woman to fall yakata.
Auntie B, let me counter that one. Let me just tell our sister, you can't save anybody.
Eba mi sọ fún wọn o.
As a woman, you must do your due diligence by finding out the past relationship of who you are dating, especially when they are divorced. You need to do it. Yes. You need to find out about their past relationship, especially when they are divorced. This is very critical. You know what I mean? It's very important. And they say it's a Christian. Do you know the church he goes in LA?
No.
Do
She
you
said
talk
that
to
he's
the
not a Christian.
do
He's
you
not.
talk
He's
to
not
the
that
pastor?
Christian. He's not
Auntie
that
B,
Christian.
Auntie B, why would Donald Trump pastor say Donald Trump is not a member of his church, doesn't come to Bible study? That is not a Christian. Why? In America, when I came here, even as an ordained minister, I was going to Baptist. I wanted to join them as a worker. They have to do background check on me. Who is this Patrick? Even though he prays very well, we know him. Is he a molester? Is he a sex offender? Does he have a bad record? They have to do that. I was shocked when I got the letter. They have to do background check on me. So what is wrong in finding out church? What church does he go? I can call him, yes. If I can call anybody in California, they will find out the pastor. I know people. Why can't you find out? Why do you say it's a Christian just taking it by the face value?
Yeah, face value, Neo. That's the word. Rapatrick. It's face value.
So why
It's
why
face
would you do
value.
that?
It's emotions now. When emotions are involved, sense is lost.
It's a big,
Women, that's our life. Once emotions is involved, we don't have sense anymore. Ah.
Auntie B, let me,
Sir.
I said there's something in Braben's program. The highest commitment in a relationship is marriage. The highest commitment. Okay, I'm giving everything to you. That is my journey yourself. You said it now. You said PK said when you are joined to a man, you are
You
joining
inherit
him in
everything.
everything. Is
You
whatever is
inherit
coming with his baggage.
you inherit everything. The woman too is inheriting everything. So she's just inherited three ex-wives, and God knows the level of trauma and everything, children, whatever.
Auntie
What
B,
she
that guy has a template of how he deal with women. The kind of word he says to them. He's repeating the same thing to Sharon. And Sharon fell for it. And the girl that spoke to him said, you so these people are so
Brother Patrick, she told me, he said exactly the same thing to me. No one has ever showed. I wrote it down. The way
I've watched a program on what's it called, Netflix. A guy did the same thing. So most women that you have to date multiple women, he did the same, repeated the same thing.
hey.
So we should be smart when it comes to
Yeah.
committing your life to somebody for life.
Mm-hmm.
The
Mm-hmm.
guys, he takes it as with Sharon, transitional marriage, transactional marriage. That was what he did with Sharon.
Yeah.
And they can
Yeah.
put resources together. I know this guy, this lady is rich.
Mm-hmm.
He knows people in Nigeria. I have to go for her. Your friend that is talking to, maybe that one where it's not up to whatever Sharon has. Let me go for this lady. And to be, I'm saying this, let me tell you, I have been disappointed by a lot of good sisters that fell to the wrong men. I
Baba
tell
Chick,
you,
leave
family,
us. So when it comes to this love matter, Obìnrin,
I,
just leave us. We don't used to have sense when it comes to love. Baba Patrick, ẹ má bínú. Bó ṣe máa ń ṣe
somebody,
wá nìyẹn.
somebody that's very close to me, family friend, told me he wanted to marry a man of God. I said, what are you talking about? You've gotten whatever you have. I said, my brother, he said, I'm even going to cut some people off, cut them out of my life. I thought she was joking.
You know the
I
thing.
called this lady. Auntie, let me land. I called this lady.
Yes, sir.
The thing didn't go through. I said, what happened? I called the senior sister. She just cut everybody off because of this guy. I say, oh my God, the wrong guy. This lady cut everybody. So, Auntie B, I've seen it all. I've been disappointed several times that the sister that I really love, I like them. And how could you do this? What is wrong with you?
Love me. It's love. It's love. It's
God will
love.
help us, Auntie Bill. God will help
Amen.
us.
Amen.
You
Ẹ
can
ṣé
only
gan ni.
thank God for everything you are doing. You can always tell them. I hope they will
Mm.
listen.
Yes,
I
women,
just
please.
hope they will listen.
Yeah, I know the love used to catch us, but let's check that love so that we can check where we are going to. Eshe Goni, thank you very much, Brother Patrick. I appreciate you, sir. God bless you. All the best, too. Let's see you more often, too. We miss you. So the wedding, yeah, this wedding, the way that the wedding was very, very big, loud, ostentatious, and grand, all the money and everything they spent. And that's another thing that made me raise my eyebrow. Like I said, I wish them the very best of luck. I pray that it works out for Sharon. You know, you know that I realized that this wedding was done in Nigeria, there's a national mosque in Abuja. I used to live in Abuja before I came here, so I know Abuja very well. You know that this wedding held in the national church, they call it economical center. That's what they call it. It was when I saw the windows that I realized that that's where they held this wedding. It's massive. That is where they had the wedding. For a fourth wedding, you doing it on this scale? Come on now. No, 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 no. There's something that, I don't get it. Maybe I should forget about it. She thinker, what do you think?
Hey,
Unmute
Auntie
yourself.
B.
Hello,
Good evening,
darling.
Auntie B. I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Oh, awesome to be here, and thank you for this show. This is not gossip, Auntie B. This is life lessons. These are life lessons. These are you're saving people's souls, saving people's lives. And what I'm going to say, some of it is going to sound, very spiritual. Because and the reason why I'm saying this is because, Sharon did talk about how she spent some time praying at the end of her last, after her last relationship failed, and she spent time with God. And then at some point, God said to her husband is here, and she believed, what the Holy Spirit said to her and all of that, and then she married this guy. Now,
Yes.
one thing that the Bible says, Jesus said to his disciples at some point, watch and pray.
Mm-hmm.
And many of us Christians, and not, even non-Christians, anybody who's religious, many times we spend time focusing on the pray part and we leave out the watch part.
Hmm.
Because if we focus on the watch part, we'll understand that certain things are not just because sometimes as spiritual people, we go by the way we feel. We'll feel
Mm-hmm.
like, we prayed and we had goosebumps, or we think that God said something. There's no spiritual person that has never experienced a time when you think God said something and you turn out the experience, it may not even be relationships. It just turned out that the experience was a little different to what you felt God said. And so
Mm-hmm.
you now take the matter back to God in prayer. That is where watching comes in.
Mm-hmm.
And when watching, the thing about watching is that it requires time.
Time,
So,
yes.
and the problem is that for many people, especially women, we think about biological clocks, we're not willing to give things time. If we were to give things time, love bombing cannot be sustained. And
Never.
that's what saved this lady. She had standards.
Yes.
The fact that she had standards, she said that this guy, he called and he said he would call and he didn't call. and he did it twice, that was a deal
Mhm.
breaker for her. If
Yeah.
that was not a deal breaker for her, she would have still been hankering on, waiting for this guy to then drip feed her emotional breadcrumbs. And she'll still be thinking she has a man somewhere.
Mhm.
So now let's assume you don't have time to give to a certain situation, right? And okay, maybe time is getting on. Or you have several prospects and you're trying to figure out what to do. As a spiritual person, also, you can pray for circumstances to cause a person to reveal who they really are.
Absolutely.
And in my own experience, many times, circumstances, it's almost like a movie. It has played out like a movie. The person will just show their hand. But
Mhm.
that's only if you're still willing to watch. Because if you've already jumped in with 2 feet emotionally, even if the circumstances allow them to show who they really are, you're not going to be willing to see it.
It's
You're
too
not going to
late.
be able to see it.
It's
Your
too
eyes
late
are already.
because the speed at which she did the court wedding and quickly tied the knots, which is legally binding, is
Yeah,
worrying.
very worrying, and to be very worrying. And the funny thing is, there are couples that they meet and within a short time. There's somebody I know. She met and married her husband within 6 months,
Mhm.
but and they've been married now for, I think next year will make it 20 years.
Mhm.
But there must have been a level of consistency to the man within that time.
Mhm.
And she must have asked for and been willing to see and willing to call things off if it was not going to work, that made her feel comfortable with going ahead. In
Mhm.
this kind of situation, it must be that our dear Sharon ignored certain things, or the things she even knew, she felt she can handle it. Now, that brings me to my next point.
Mhm.
Because whatever you know of a human being, you can never finish knowing them.
Absolutely.
So for me, I just feel like, if from my own experiences, what I've learned is that if I know whatever I know of a human being is only the tip of the iceberg. So if what I know makes me feel like, oh, this is the height of it, I can't take any more than this, then run. If what you know makes you feel like, he's a him, the person is a work in progress, that because nobody is perfect, that
Absolutely.
some things can be improved, or because you're never going to find perfection, you yourself are not perfect, then maybe you can handle it. But if you're looking at somebody and you're like, okay, I know of 2 wives, that's a lot. So that's a lot. Don't play near your limit, is what I'm trying to say.
Mhm.
Don't play near the edge. If you're playing near the edge, you will find that the edge is actually closer than you think.
Hmm. Hmm.
Then the last thing I'll say, Auntie B, there's a verse in the Bible that says, see, I lay a sure foundation, something, something, something. And then it says, he who believes will not make haste.
Hmm.
So if
Hmm.
we're trusting God, for everybody who is still trusting God, there's a kind of, like they say in South, whatever person go drink, enough it pass on.
Now so
If
better
you are
water.
trusting God for
Hmm.
better water, not go
Better
drink
water.
for poto
No be,
poto.
no be all water be better water. No be
Thank you. My
all.
mother always says the fact that you eat late does not mean you should eat bad.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
God will help those of us that are still being patient,
God.
and God will help us to look with 2 eyes. Because like we
Hmm.
said, nobody's perfect. Not the man is not perfect, the woman is not perfect. Nobody is perfect. But
Amen.
let's not play near the edge. Let's not play near the
Absolutely.
edge.
Thank you so much, Shitinka. You brought it 100. I loved your contribution. Yoruba say, "Apẹ́ kó tó jẹ, kò ní jẹ bàjẹ́." That means, like Shintinka said, if you are eating, if you chop late, you know go chop bad one. Apẹ́ kó tó jẹ. I don't know who can interpret Yoruba. Somebody should help me and interpret it in the comment section if you understand Yoruba. Apẹ́ kó tó jẹ, kò ní jẹ bàjẹ́. And she's only 33. Yes, 33 is, because the pressure, I've been looking at this back and forth, and everything I can see from Sharon, the display and everything, all this, glitz, glamour, money, everything they spent. All I can see, I saw other shows. Braben was, people were saying, maybe our last show, Braben was saying that, a lot of people were saying it's pepper them, she's trying to pepper people. I don't know whether it's pepper them. I don't know because I don't really know her story. However, the desperation is obvious. I think she couldn't wait to get married. She couldn't wait. She just couldn't wait. Okay, so somebody is interpreting Akpekoto Jekonije Baje for me means conceptually Contextually means the patient dog eats the fattest bone. Thank you. Thank you so much. Adewale, you've not forgotten your Yoruba. Omo dada. Thank you so much, my love. Okay, Temidi, welcome. What do you have to say?
Hey, Auntie B, how are you?
Hi, darling. You okay?
I'm good. Though.
Long time.
I'm hanging in there. OMG, this this story has got me just thinking deja vu
Hmm.
because I made a joke in the comments section saying I had to go check to make sure it was not my former brother-in-law.
Really?
I
You
swear.
know somebody in this. You know somebody in this WhatsApp group.
I said my ex-in-law is under my phone now.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's more common
Jesus.
than you think. Oh yeah, it's more common than you think. And the guy,
You push on
so
behalf of your family, you need to call him to a family
uh,
intervention. You should
uh,
stop
uh,
getting married.
how's our business? We were the
Tyler,
first.
Tyler
He's
Perry
on
has
number
not
four.
seen this one. When Tyler Perry said, "Why did I get married in that
Oh,
movie?"
we wish him the best with whoever he's with. May just leave our own family member alone. No, see, unfortunately, it's the same Mo. Has money, well spoken, has the gift of gab. He can sell you the sky. And he can tell you that the sky is purple, even if it's blue. Like that's the kind of personality this person is. And when it comes to love bombing, correct. And the
Hmm.
money is there to love bomb. This is not even fake money. This is real money.
You can't use
So,
mouth to love bomb now. You need panache.
uh
You need
uh
action to back it up.
so they can be very convincing to the point that even if you are if you have an experience with him or you have an argument or experience, whatever you want to call it, later on you can start questioning yourself about did that happen the way he said it happened, or am
Hmm.
I double thinking it?
Hmm.
That's how good he is in manipulating, in my opinion. And I'm sure if you ask the other wives, they will agree. The thing about it is, people are like that are very good at explaining away why something is something. Would you believe that to this day, this man is still claiming that he has no problem? Is all the ex-wives that had a problem?
Hmm.
All of
Did you
them.
not tell him he's the common denominator in all the four
Oh, he
marriages?
doesn't. Oh no, as far as he's concerned, he's not the problem. Right? And and people believed him in the beginning after number one, number two, but when he got to number three, and number one, number two, and number three, they don't know each other. They have different backgrounds, different whatever. All had the same exact complaint
Hmm.
about like the consistent behavior. That's when people were like, wait a minute, something not right here. Like, dude, every single one is saying you're controlling, you're manipulative, you're this, you're that. Like, they can't all be lying. You are the one with the problem,
Yeah.
right? One even said, "This is the last wedding I'm going."
You know, somebody said it when we were doing the show the other day. I don't know, Timothy, if you listen. The person said
I was
the
there. I was
groomsmen.
there.
They say the groomsmen are tired. They're like, we can't buy suit anymore, dude.
Oh
Please let
yeah.
this be the
Oh
last.
yeah. Oh
We're
yeah.
tired.
Oh yeah. One of his former friends said, "I'm not coming for anymore. This is the last wedding. After this, I'm not coming. Like I'm done. Like why? Like only you." And the thing about it is, they're all big weddings, though. It's not
Only
like
you did wedding that the whole generation of your family, everybody in your family, the wedding they are supposed to do. Only you did it. Kilo day. What is
this.
it?
I remember the second wife. They had three weddings for the second wife. So for the second wife, they did court, then they did traditional, and then went in Nigeria, and they came back and did the white wedding, whatever, in the States. So like, it's not. Just think about the cost involved here, and then the children. That's the part that actually got me like shaking my head. For sure, from the timeline you gave us, this overlap. You said wife number three and him got married December 2022, right? And then the mystery woman and him started talking January 2023. That's barely a month.
Yes.
So barely a month into his marriage, he started talking to this lady, and it
Oh
lasted
yes.
6 months. So that
And she
obviously,
suspected that there were multiple women he was talking to.
there you go. So that is why, obviously, he didn't mention wife number three because he was still married to wife number
Yes.
three when things started. So that part makes sense as to why she was not aware or made aware. Because I mean, she would have been like, "Dude, you just got married. Why are we talking?" So there was that, and of course, if when did that? I guess the question is, when did the number three marriage end officially? Does anybody know that, or is it still up in the air?
The marriage number two,
Number
when he
three,
ended,
no, number three.
they said it's December 2023.
Okay, good. So then that means from January 2023 to June, while I was talking to Mystery Woman, he was still legally married to that person.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
If that marriage ended in 2023 December, and according to Sharon, they got married within 3 months. I think they got married a month or two before this whole ceremonies, which would mean that she got married to him court maybe April, May, according to their version, Sharon and this man.
That
And
means
then
she was talking to my mystery woman that time.
right. And then that now means if you now bump it to when they started talking maybe January of 2024, according to Sharon's math. If it's true that they got married April, May, because we don't even know when they legally got married. She just only mentioned it in her post that they're married, right? So pretty much at the worst, that means he got divorced in December. And even if you want to give him grace and say he started talking to Sharon in January, that's within a month of the divorce. So
No,
the
there's no.
timelines are very, very
No,
short.
no, no, no. There's no way he's not within a month. He's been talking to her.
Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. I'm
No.
just saying, if even if you want to give him grace and say there's
Yeah,
no overlap,
yeah.
it's so close to the point that you're like, that's literally jumping from one to the other without any breathing space, which is what he did.
No breathing space. You
No
said the
breathing
word.
space at
That
all.
the guy does not even. Allah, where is that sound check? Allow the married to breed. Uncle, allow your divorce to breed.
Exactly. And then the children, how? So I'm guessing they've not met her because I'm wondering to myself, if they've met her, how do you explain to your children,
Oh
oh,
yeah, I
daddy
was
has
going to say
this,
something.
this is daddy's second new wife. Oh, never mind. 6 months later, sorry, I changed my mind. It's a new wife now. Like, how do you think those kids are going to feel? They've had two stepmothers in a blink of an eye. What
Oh,
example are you laying for your children?
the age thing. I had to check the age thing with her.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I checked because there were inconsistencies around his age. Some
Mm-hmm.
people said Stella, the Wafe said he's 50. Some people say it was 47. Some people say it was 48. And I checked with my mystery girl. I said, "Okay, tell me, do you know his age?" She said, "Yeah, he's 49.
Okay.
He's 49." That's what she told me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So
49, and he has
49
what?
and
Four
33.
kids? He has four
33.
kids, right? Or how many does he have?
Yes, that's what we understand he has. And Sharon is 33. So that's still a significant age gap.
Right. And then now you have stepchildren who I'm guessing she probably hasn't met. I doubt
Ah,
it. Because if she's met them, then she would know about all the wives, correct? You see what I
yeah.
mean? So something
Mhm.
is not adding up. And then I'm thinking, if you haven't met them, that's very dangerous to do that, because then you don't know
They're gonna
you
be
don't know
part of your life. They're gonna be part
yes,
of your life. Does she even
yes,
know that?
absolutely, absolutely.
Ah.
Absolutely. In fact, the former in-law, when each time a new marriage broke up, all of a sudden the wives that never bothered to make contact with my relative about, oh, hey, because if you're going to co-parent with somebody, at the very least you need to have a hello, hi, I'm the new missus. I want to make sure that we get along and make sure that the kids are okay. They're safe in my hands when I'm not there. That's the typical thing to do, right?
They say he
But
told Sharon that he has one child. A lot of people have been saying he has one child. When I
okay,
told you guys that I had a conversation with somebody. Look, when I tell you something and I say, I'm not
hey,
just speculating, I'm
one
saying
don't turn to four.
somebody told
Chai.
me. This person that told me said, I don't want to, I respect confidentiality.
Fair
They are
enough.
not guessing. She's telling me with all confidence that, Auntie B, I watch your show, I follow you, I don't want to break confidentiality, but the ex-wife has mental illness
You see?
from the stress of this marriage. And he's got 4 children.
You
And people
see?
were saying in the comments, saying, he has one child. He
You
has one
see?
child. I said, okay, oh,
You
no,
see?
no, no. More than they talk on our own. I don't
You
talk the one
see?
I tell you. Because people in LA are telling me what they know. You that you are sitting wherever you are in the world, you are saying this is what he has one child. I'm not arguing.
And that's the thing. So even if media is even contesting how many kids there are, chances are she herself may not even know the full amount of kids he has. And even if she does, then that would mean she would have to know who their mothers are,
Do you know,
which means
Temidi,
she would know their count.
she told me that because I asked her, did you know everything about his past? I needed to know that because I was trying to, in my mind, I'm thinking, how much does Sharon know? She said, he told me, but not everything.
Of course.
Okay, let's
Of
leave it at.
course.
Let me move on. Thank you so much, Temide.
No
I really
worries.
appreciate you.
Do your
Thank you for
research,
the
or
show.
do your research and
I
ask
better tell
around.
them.
If he has
Tell
exes,
them.
talk to the exes. You don't have to go and ask for all the details. But if they have kids, talk to the exes before the marriage or before the relationship, not after. Because what happened with my relative, all the ex-wives kept coming after. Oh my God, now we understand. Oh my God, he did this to you too. That one was like, yeah, if you only asked, but you're asking too late. Yeah, don't fall for the trap.
Thank you.
Good
Thank
luck.
you so much, darling. I appreciate you. God bless you. So, people talk to me confidentially. Okay? And you know how Brabio used to say that we have people of timber caliber? It's not everybody that is on Obodoyibo TV that is in the comment section. It's not everybody that watches and listens to our show that calls in. But they will talk to me and say, Auntie B, I know this, I know this. And if I come and tell you, people will still be arguing. I'm gonna continue to argue. I know talk say I know, but this is what I'm hearing because I know they Los Angeles last. But people when they Los Angeles, they tell us what did they happen for that side. You were there Niger, you were there for Europe. You say you know. Okay. I see, darling. I see your face today for the first time. I have to go and check you out. I've checked you
Oh,
out
thank you
today.
so much.
I saw your video when you put your camera on. You were talking about ROCCG.
Hello, TB. Where's
Hello,
your
darling.
£100? So let us enjoy
Abi,
your bets.
my
Let's
bets.
enjoy your small
Ah,
tights. Give us
I
small
don't
tights.
win. I won.
Ten
No, I
percent.
won. I won. Mhm.
Oh, hello everybody. And TB, this our matter. This your caller has confused all of us. So I will not lie. Because if we are looking at, let's do timeline now. Sharon posted 23rd of March when she posted her engagement. She said a few months ago from 23rd of March is looking like January. She said, I said yes to my Odogwu silencer, as I call him, as he came and silenced the noise, my Igbo king. Civil ceremony done, dusted, ink dried.
Mhm.
It then means it's done as of January
January of 2024.
2024. She
Okay.
said, I'm fully a missus as I type it, meaning civil ceremony done, dusted, ink dried means it's not today, this match that I'm showing you people that have married. I've married since.
Mhm.
I'm not going to even pretend that people don't do this thing. There's one wedding once, God go really they forgive us. So, that I was doing because we were waiting for the divorce papers to come through. Like the marriage process was on, but low-key, we were sure waiting for the divorce paper to like be finalized and come through.
So the last marriage here, I say,
Mm.
is a traditional marriage,
Oh, they
according to
just did only
them.
trad.
Only child, that's what we
Aware.
heard. Yes. So I don't think there's a lot of,
It is
court.
customary. Now just
Yes, it's
return. He
custom.
won't even need to
Exactly.
do it. He
Exactly.
knew.
It's easy to dissolve that kind because again, the sister was in Nigeria. Okay, let me put the picture so you guys can be seeing. With everything we're saying now, I still saw a video today where somebody was saying that why you people lying? It's only been married once. I
Uh-uh.
said,
And that they know the sibling, don't mind them, they can lie
He
to
said,
you.
I know his uncle. My uncle is his friend. My uncle is his friend. He's only been married once. I say, not be golden chair with they see for here. The same
Are
golden
you
chair with they take
finding them?
marriage Sharon. Not be with they see for here, so the same golden chair, not be with they see. We
And
make them up. We there, dear.
no, we put the girl there. Look at her timeline. You see that in February she was in LA. Not be LA road be this way she dey cross. Uh-huh. She now did honeymoon in Hawaii. It then means this February, as I'm looking at, was when she went to US. Okay, you went to US this February. I've gone down, gone down, gone down. If truly she just met him, that must have been the first visit. How do you marry somebody the first time you meet the person? Sharon is 33. I'm no, 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 no. She can't tell me that she's that much in a hurry now. She can't tell
No.
me she's that much in a hurry.
I
I've gone
say,
down.
let's say you don't forget to Ninja. Ninja can put
Oh,
pressure on people.
no, she made she
Mm.
no she. I think. How will you now do court for Sharon? Yeah, you've done court for Sharon, and you're talking with another person.
No, hold on. That one is no more now. He was already talking to the other person when he was talking to Sharon, according to the timeline and the way I understand it. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay? I stand corrected. However, you think now, I saying you don't marry now. Me, they born me well. Make I go do court marriage when they never pay my bride price.
See,
Who born me?
Oh.
Make I carry myself, go give man to do court marriage when they never
Holy
come see my
Ghost.
papa. My papa
Auntie B,
family.
you see, this our independence
Yes.
will cause problem. The moment this we start living alone and sending money home, show that part don't raise.
No. All of you that got married back in the day, oh, please tell me that
Let's
you had
not do
the
it, oh.
courage as a Nigerian girl to go and do court marriage when they've not come to see your father.
Never. Even I had curfew till my trad. That my trad day, I still get curfew. They did not burn
Traditional
knife.
is the first one. No, but you
You
won't
must
dare
come
it.
and do it. You must come and do. You like. I feel like the respect for parents should still be there because they will be the ones to also vet it. You know, to a large extent, they would have insisted to see somebody from his village before they even allowed their daughter to go and visit him. Somebody from his hometown. So people, like, you know, then we used to send people to people's villages to do like background check. You know, it's weird because if we're looking at it, am I feeling sad, Abby? Because the way she wrote this engagement, she's trying to let you people know
They
that
did I'm suspecting. Somebody said I suspect that they did the traditional, the court wedding in the US. Oh, man of prestige, that's a massive super chat. Oh my God! An alleged friend just called me that he has only one child and one previous marriage.
Don't mind them.
Okay, so where is this picture from then? Man of prestige, story alone.
See.
Thank you, Ola.
The
$50.
baker that baked this cake in Enugu, I know her. I used to do. I'm a wedding planner.
Ola,
The
please.
person that baked this cake, unless she's lying.
I see, and we need to settle this matter once and for all because I don't tire. If he's only been married once, where are all these two in the middle? Forget marriage number one and Sharon's home. These two in the middle, what are they doing there? Remember, I had a video. I don't delete the video. Let me play where is the video? Where they were cutting cake for marriage number 3. Ola, did you not see the video?
If I don't know, this red chair is not be wedding guest. They sit down on top red chair to snap with bride.
We see the video when they cut cake. The MC tell them, say, how many number of children do you want to have?
They say 2.
They
cut the cake to 2. Auntie B, I know the cake vendor. I know the lady that baked this cake. She's based in Enugu. I know the lady that them is this lady is based in Enugu. This the third wife is from Enugu. Because this cake ladies, although from Enugu, they supply to other places, but she said this thing was Enugu. So why are people? And this chair, let's say now this wasn't his wedding, he attended. How will he wear the cap and chain and go and sit on gold chair?
Let me go and find the video and upload it so that we'll see the video again for wife number 3, where the MC was telling them that they should discuss the number of children they want to have.
Yes, now. They not talked inside each other's ear. They not chose 2.
Maybe we'll bring Ola. Ola, welcome. You said that somebody called you that.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, my dear. Welcome.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm
a little under the weather, so
I
wasn't planning to call you.
Hey, what happened? Ola, you worked too hard.
I lost my, I don't know. Then yesterday I was yelling at the barbecue, so.
You did barbecue yesterday. You didn't invite me.
The
you
church.
know I love barbecue.
Not church barbecue.
Go attend your church now. They forbid church. I'm a Jesus baby.
I know, right? We're all Jesus babies after all, right?
Welcome.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for that super chat.
Yeah. So this guy just called me randomly out of nowhere. Actually, while I came late to this show today, so I was on the double speed trying to catch up as I was done with the session. And as I was listening to try to catch up, he just randomly called in and he said, he was very angry. As a matter of fact, he was very upset because allegedly he's a close person to him. Mm-hmm. And he had been trying to call him. Actually, for a few days, he hasn't picked up, Mm-hmm. So I said, well, that's to be expected. But then he went on to tell me a few things. He said he never claimed to be a billionaire. And I told him that I think that was clear on the shows that's Nigerians calling him billionaire or whatever, It's
Stella Wawa face that started that billionaire story.
So I don't think anybody on my show or your show has called him a billionaire.
Yes.
And we even took the time to talk about the billionaire thing. As long as you are potentially a millionaire, even if it's credit line in dollars, they will call you billionaire in Nigeria. But he said he has only one child that he knows of, but he made that clear. But then he said is that his first marriage is, as in official Weni. So that's not really a real thing.
That's the Igbo one.
So that the second one is the one that he knows of, and actually that particular marriage that they broke up, and she was the one that actually came back, and then she eventually filed for divorce. So I now asked him, I said, but what about the third one? He said, I'm not aware of that. And I think that's the one you just mentioned, that is only a trad that they did in Nigeria.
Yes. But the video, even if picture lie, can video lie?
But it's a trad. I think if he went to Nigeria, if his life in the last maybe a decade or so has been mostly in LA, right?
So if it's trad, it's not marriage.
No, what I'm saying is that he said he's not aware of it. He didn't say it didn't happen. He said he's not aware of the... But the fact that they said it's just a trad aligns with the possibility that he probably didn't tell his friends here, because that person is not a Sharon, right? So his friends here might not be aware that he went to Nigeria to go and do a traditional wedding.
Incidentally, the person that spoke to me said they did not know about this wife number 3 as well.
See?
That's why they are fighting. That's only been married once.
So which is the number 2.
Number 2, yes. Yes.
Yeah. So to me, that story already is aligning. I mean, there's a lot of nuances and in-betweens that obviously we won't know because we're just online in-laws, if you will, Yes. But it's not far-fetched that there's some authenticity in that story. The only thing that I didn't understand is upset. I was like, well, I told him, I said, you married a rock star. What do you expect? They're going to dig up stuff. The stuff they're digging up right now, there's nothing criminal, right? So there's nothing to be upset about. That's what happens when you marry.
Why are they upset? Is he upset? Is a new group?
Yeah. The friend is. He's upset that they are spreading lies.
Which lies?
So
you should not make us dig. No, we have time. Nigerians have time. We can dig.
Nigerians will dig anything up, except digging themselves out of poverty.
We're not gonna dig out of poverty, but we'll dig your life. And
I know.
And the wives haven't said anything, man of prestige.
Which one? The wife, in one in red?
You see the one in red. I will tell you that I don't know. Like I've not seen a video of this, but this one with the cake there, I know the person that baked that cake. So that's
I see the one in red is the main wife that they did.
That's the wife that his friends know with him.
That is the main one.
Exactly. So now, if this one has one, this girl, the one with white destiny, is the one that he, according to them, they say he married. He didn't really love, that kind. But it's a marriage. That thing is a marriage.
So the one in white, right? It's just like Sharon. He went to Nigeria to go and find a wife. That's probably what happened. Probably, listen to English show. Probably he went to Nigeria to go and find a wife. He found a wife. He did the traditional, right? It did not last, right? But this story is aligning that his wife that he really knew, that he was with for a while, that probably has the one child with, is the one in red. Then also, are you guys still hearing me?
Yeah.
Okay. And then also, in terms of the when you pull up public records here in the United States, if you did marriage for paper, it will come up. The only thing is that the general public that don't know them personally, that will put it up, will call it a marriage. But we know how that goes, So that's what I'm saying. So I don't know. From what you're saying so far, Asi, and everybody's been saying so far, I think it's still all the same. I think it's all the same story. So far, if we now say, okay, this guy is a criminal, nobody has said he's a criminal or anything like. The only thing we know is that
this is a shameful thing. Now, it's not all your friends who will tell you went to Nigeria to marry a third wife.
The couple, why they are talking to themselves to reach an agreement now. The agreement is where they will use in cutting the cake. Agree how many children are on board. Because as I see doctor, I see 42. Now agree, have an agreement. But I don't agree. You have an agreement now. Hi, discussion between the man and the wife. Doki, cool and well, women are faster than men. Now, the sharp. When I call the number you agreed on, you cut your cake. Ladies and gentlemen, 2. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are not clapping, you have family problem.
That's the traditional. That's the traditional
That
thing
is
they
the
did in
third
Nigeria.
wife, and they said she's a doctor. The MC was saying doki, doki, doki. You know that's what they call doctors in Nigeria. I mean,
Right.
what is going on there? Are they playing?
Then they say maybe somebody say maybe it's a skit.
No. It's not about that. It's not about that. I think.
Ola,
Make we know shall I tired here.
Ola, abeg,
Let me.
stop it. It's marriage. Just leave it.
No. Let me ask you a question. What did you understand about what I said about the wife number 3? Or the guy said he's not aware of it. He didn't say it didn't
It's
exist.
not aware doesn't mean that it doesn't happen. It doesn't
Now, so we're on the same page. What part? What are we missing?
The fact that it's not aware, it doesn't mean nothing. The
He's
fact
not
that
even
the guy
aware of
didn't-
wife number 1 from what
Exactly. So
I
I
got
think make it go. It's his ignorance.
So, well, me, okay, at least in me, I'm on the same page with you guys. It's possible that your friend might leave from here, especially if he's been married before. Like as he just said, it can be a shameful thing. Maybe they're just trying out for the gain, and they just go to Nigeria to keep something private, right? Because this wasn't obviously a very public event, right? But somebody was there, and they released the video now.
It's public. It's very, very public. There are people there. They have MC. They baked a cake. The woman is a medical doctor. It's quite public. Anyway, I hear what you're saying, Ola. Let's hear. They say Junior has some info, so let's bring Junior into the studio. Hello, darling. How are you? Long time no see.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. You're the only one that calls me a Bobby. I've missed you. Where have you been?
Just around. But I have somebody next. I have somebody next to me. My partner actually has a different perspective, and
Really?
nobody is ever actually touching that. So I'm gonna let him speak.
Okay. Well, hello. Hi. How are you?
I'm great.
Okay.
It's nice being with you. So, from my own perspective, I think Sharon probably knows what she's getting into. But being that, okay, looking at her age and other, which shouldn't be an issue for her, maybe she just needs a partner who she can have a child with. And after that, maybe divorce him and go. Yeah. So that's it.
Yeah, we've considered that. Yeah, actually, we have. A lot of people have said that Sharon knows. I think she knows.
Yeah, because I feel like we're focusing a lot on the guy who we know is, I have my words, but he's a little bit off. That'll be my choice of words. But maybe she knows what maybe she just wants a kid. Maybe whatever happens. The guy's abroad, is living in the US. It's 3 months. 3 months? That's that's short. 3 months? 3 months. That's the part for me, so maybe she knows what she's getting into. 3 months, you don't really know anyone. Even 3 months living
Especially
together.
long distance. We're talking long distance, right?
Even 3 months living in the same city. You have to spend a lot of time together, so 3 months living abroad, this one is I have no answers for this one. So
No, JR, Junior, no, not so easy. Not so easy. You have answers. Tell us more. You have answers. I beg.
No, you guys know I normally have a lot to say, but this one is.
This one is short of words.
This one is. I was telling him earlier. I'm like, I'm glad there's 2 brains in here to process this, because my brain can't process 3 months, and you just got a divorce. What, 2023 December?
Yes.
Please correct me if I'm wrong.
No, correct me if I'm wrong. I think he was getting married. This event was 2023 December.
No, you're getting the timeline wrong.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
No, he got divorced.
He got married in 2022 December.
Right. So 2023 is literally like yesterday.
Yes.
2023 is literally 6 months ago.
So,
How? Like,
yeah, the
how do you,
person I
how
was
do you get
talking
married?
to, the lady that contacted me and said that she dated him for 6 months, said they met in January of 2023 and dated for 6 months.
So you were still married.
Yes.
Wow. Oh man, it's a lot.
And he
And then
was
and then
talking
my
to Sharon. This guy is an equal opportunity husband. I give him that.
right. So Ola, I had an argument here. Why? I was trying to process in my head how I've never heard of a guy that loves man, like wants to get married so fast. So Ola
Ha.
helped me here. I was having this argument with my partner. I just can't process this.
No, we did talk
How
about it earlier on. Ola, I don't know if Ola
I
has an
mean,
answer. Brad
is
Patrick
it
did say that there are men that move
is
that
he
way.
is he mentally ill? Like three marriages, December 2023, divorce, then another marriage in 2024 so fast? Why? You can date. You don't have to get married so
I
fast.
think
You
he
got
likes to get married.
I mean,
yeah, but
if any,
and then they're
if
all big. Ola, they're all big marriages too. They're
Massive.
all big marriages. Why don't you just have a small wedding or something, or a small gathering? 4 marriages, man. It's a lot. And they're all public marriages. The third one is a big one. People know the second one. That's, I mean, for a guy, I mean, I understand I know women love marriages, but a guy, that,
We're gonna put him in
yeah,
our WhatsApp group. Don't worry, Junior. Ola, do you have an answer to Junior? Because I don't know if there's any answer to all
no,
of
no,
it.
I mean, Auntie B, if you've listened to me long enough, I don't like to speculate. This is not my type of conversation. I don't speak to stuff I don't know,
What
which
don't you
is
know about it that he's getting married
what
quickly?
I know. What I know. Oh no, we talked about that now. My
No,
even
that's what
here.
Junior is asking now. The evidence is
No,
there
no.
right in your face.
Oh, so in
Ola,
terms of
Ola,
three, yes, I'm
Ola,
listening.
you're
I'm
a
listening.
guy. Ola, you're a guy. I'm a guy. A guy that's been married. I have brothers. A guy that's been married 3 times. The third one was, I mean, it was on video, right? So this is the fourth marriage.
Within
I've
five
never
years.
heard of, I've never heard of anyone, any guy. I can speak about a guy that loves marriages that much. Not only loves marriages, public, big
So
weddings.
I have answer for you,
Why?
Junior. I have answer for you, Junior. Jesus babies don't like to wait long.
You have started though.
Shebi now want me to have answer. I have answer now, okay? Jesus babies, they don't like to wait long because they don't like to do the nasty outside of marriage.
They don't want to fornicate.
That's a possible answer. I don't know anything outside of that. I can also agree to you that it's weird. It's always going to be weird
Well,
for
not it's
anybody
weird.
to get married within 3 months, especially because me, I was under the impression that that event that Auntie B just played, that was because we're all missing the timeline together in the first place, right? That event was December 2023. Somebody was trying to justify it on my show. I said, no, that doesn't make any. That's like yesterday. Like, how are you getting married, especially knowing that you've done this a few times in
Let's
the
just
past?
agree that he gets married every Eke market day. It's okay. It happens. Yeah.
Yeah,
A
but
lot of people
I
in the
just
comments, they said they've seen, even Brad Patrick called in and said he's seen someone that's done it. There are people like that. They don't like being alone.
for
They
a
like to,
man, I understand if it's a woman, right? And I'm not being sexist or whatever, but women love marriages. Let's just be honest. But a man,
yes.
ah,
There are men like that,
that,
Junior.
Yeah.
wow, that
Okay.
that's beyond.
My own thing about all of this is that there are nuances that we don't know, right? Which is why we have the opportunity to analyze, right? Because maybe this, maybe that, right?
Right.
Yeah, I don't. I think Sharon, the status of Sharon, is a big variable in all of this. The fact that because that's why we get to know this guy now at all.
Yes.
The,
Yes.
the person that she is. Before her, there was 2 marriages,
Three.
right? No. I know there's 3 on paper now, but
They
I'm
are all
saying,
three. Ola, count them. There are three.
and to be for the sake of the conversation,
No, there are three. Ola,
wait now, let me finish. Auntie B.
why
Ola
are you
three
trying to
is
disregard?
I'm making a
three,
point. You will see the point in what I'm saying. You will see the point in what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that the person Tiofi Shewe Nibere, right? That is a marriage. There's no question about that. What I'm
When you
saying is that the main marriage is this
why
girl
is
in
that not
red.
a marriage? Why? Look,
Huh?
no. Let's even have this conversation now. I'm saying somebody is saying you should come into this. Please unmute yourself. I don't like it when people do this. When we start talking about, they now start making it sound as if you only married her because of Iwe. No, you married her because you had a relationship with her.
But that's not accurate, Auntie B. That's not accurate.
How do you know it's not accurate?
No, I'm telling you in general, because all of us that's here right now enjoying this Yankee right now, you went through somebody who did it way one shape, form, or the other.
Yeah, you're speculating if you think it's not accurate that he loved
No,
you.
I'm telling you, when you speak in general, that it's not always. No, there's a lot of marriages that just away. That's just the fact. That's just
But
a fact.
Marriages like that.
For Ola, on the other side, it could be a relationship. It could be an actual relationship.
It could be, but that doesn't even affect my point, right?
No, what you're trying to say is that we should disregard the first one because it's for Igwe.
And that's what I suspected. Actually, that's not what I'm trying to say. That's completely disconnected from what I'm trying to say. Okay. I'm not trying to say that marriage is not valid. You're right. As far as United States is concerned, that's a valid marriage. That has nothing to do with what I'm saying. Right. Now, let me add the one to it. Let's call it 5 marriages. Okay. Now that we have 5 marriages, right? This Sharon marriage is a big deal. This is what turned this to a big deal right now. Let's not pretend that we don't know this guy. This guy is not necessarily your typical player either. He could just be trying to do the right thing, right? And that doesn't make him not a red flag. That's what we're talking about. Is this a red flag or not? Yes, it is a red flag. For somebody, especially this last phase right now, that you were just married in December 2023 and then you went all out. This is still a red flag. We don't have to add extra marriages on top of it to make it a red flag or not. It doesn't matter.
Okay, I got you. Thank you. Junior, thank you very much, darling. My love to everybody, and take care of yourself, okay? We'll speak soon. Okay, let's move on because we got other people that haven't spoken. Only baby's waiting. Shade. Hi, Shade. Welcome. Hello, Shade. Can you hear me? Okay, Shade is not hearing me. Let me bring in Natasha. Hi, Natasha.
Good afternoon, everybody. How's everybody doing?
We are good. How are you, darling? You okay?
I'm doing very, very well. What an interesting discussion. I just have a question. And, Sharon is such a nice, have you ever liked somebody from a distance and you don't even know her? She's such a sweet disposition. She's really a really accomplished girl. She's a catch. I don't even know what to say. And especially since it is such an extravagant, event, I'm just wishing her all the best in everything. I really am. I have a question because I'm not Nigerian. I'm from another part of Africa. But traditional marriages where I'm from, they take a long time to actually put in place and a long time to remove because they go in different stages. There's a lot of people that you consult within the family. There's a lot of days that it's a whole family event, an extended family event sometimes. How does it work in this particular circumstance where he's able to just jump from one traditional marriage to another one in such a short period of time? How does that work there?
So in Nigeria, traditional marriages are easy to dissolve. It's not as complex as the court one when you need to go to the court or go to the whatever to get dissolution from the authorities. Nigerian marriages, once the two families agree, they return the bride price, and and that's it. They go to, if they did customary or whatever, they got a certificate from the local government. It's easy to dissolve traditional marriages. What I'm saying is that, it's not so complex to dissolve traditional marriage. It's easy. They just return the bride price in most cases, and it's done.
Okay, I just had a question about that because it's different where I'm from, and that was something that was at the back of my head. But I'm really wishing her the best. That is an extravagant event, and I see her whole heart is there. Just all the best, really. Thank you so much.
Thank you, darling. Where are you from? Out of curiosity, I need to know.
Just my background is Kenyan.
Are you Kenya? Oh, I
Yes.
love Kenya. Do you know what? I
Thank you.
love what is happening in your country now. Do you know what? I'm seeing everything on. So you know, I have a Kenya auntie, right? My auntie Jockey in Bombasa.
Yes.
I'm watching everything that is happening. Kudos to you guys. You know, Nigerians, we are all
Let
mouths,
me
no
tell you,
action.
I'm so proud
Mm.
of Gen
Look
X.
at what look at what Kenyan youths
Very
are
proud of
doing.
them.
The
Mm.
president is listening. I mean, I saw tonight that he said that the office of the first lady and the vice president, first lady, they are going to cut back on all that money because they want to put. I'm like, oh my God, is this an African country? Kudos to you guys.
I'm really hoping this is a sustained effort. I'm really hoping for it to be something that is,
The fact
just a
that
path forward.
the fact that they
Because
reversed that law alone for me is, if it's Nigeria, they will go out there and they will probably they will delete all the youths that are protesting.
that is
Yeah.
that's what I we are all in a prayer and support for them,
No,
because
Kenya,
really
Kenya is doing good.
you have to take care of your people. You have to take care of what you have, and to have a listening ear on somebody who can actually effect that change, it really makes a difference. So I'm prayerful. I'm very much in support of Gen X, and and everything that's happening, and everybody who is actually, this one is a little bit different because it's a sustained effort across a lot of different people.
Yeah.
So we are praying and we're hoping for the best. Definitely. Thank you so much for your support and for everybody in the diaspora support.
All right. Thank you so much, Natasha. Up. I mean, Kenya is, I mean, I'm so proud. Honestly, I'm really, really proud. Shitinka, you were here before and you're back again. Okay, I gotta end. They are inviting me somewhere now that I gotta go. Shade, are you
Auntie
here?
B, yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, my darling.
So good
Quickly.
afternoon, Auntie B. So let me drop some intelligence for you. So I personally know somebody that knows Sharon. So
Okay.
one, the information that you got from your caller is spot on accurate. There's no lie about that. This girl was already married to this guy early in January. She was in LA, they got married, blah, blah, blah. And I guess they came to Nigeria to finalize. The man has 4 children. It's not a lie. Yesterday, my informant, we got information that the third wife was dropped a whole bunch of evidence. She didn't even know that this dude was already getting married here. So I mean, and then the other thing is the guy already went and deleted, or should I say removed, his LinkedIn profile, doing
Yes,
some cleanup.
I heard that.
This
Yes.
man, personally, nobody's against their marriage. And I think a lot of Nigerians need to change their mindset. People are just concerned for Sharon.
Yeah.
Sharon, I don't know that she knows the full story, but like you
Mm-hmm.
said, Auntie B, she knows part of it. And
Yes.
I liken this man to the Tinder swindler. If you look, I'm sure you're familiar with that.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, let's just call a spade a spade. She was in LA. They got married. You can get married in the courthouse in LA. You don't need to be what you call it
A
in law for
citizen.
me. Thank you. And Sharon does not need papers. Her mother is very wealthy. She doesn't need all that. She's all set. So it's not about paper. It's not about political ambition. That's what he likes to do. I'm sorry, I can't give a lot. I happen to know a lot, but I just don't really want to be giving people's names. But at the end of
Yes.
the day, the problem is you are right, Auntie B. She was more desperate for the marriage. This man is still married to the other wife. They haven't even solved the other one. And then the wife that has mental illness, I'm sure you were aware that he falsified her name, used her credit, and stole money from her, financial abuse, used her money and left her with a lot of debt and did a lot of things to her. So to me personally, he has unresolved issues. To Sharon, Sharon is not going to come out and be disgraced. She's going to put all of what she's doing is what I call damage control. It's a front. So at
Mm.
the end of the day, you make your decision, you live with your decision.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
and
you are trying to draw out for Gen Zs and millennials and even, Generation X, people that are listening in terms of moving forward when you meet somebody like that. Because remember, I said that my girl who spoke to me said that
yes,
she
Auntie
was
B.
in a space where she even wanted to fall in love. She was not in a relationship, but he love bombed her to the point that she didn't know when she fell in love.
Right.
So,
And Sharon was not the only person that the man was speaking to. So, like Adewale said, it might be a mental illness. But you see, all the things that they did in Nigeria, this whole wedding was just for because that's what Sharon wanted. And the thing about it is you can sell lights, camera, action on Instagram, but that's not the real marriage. You have to deal with the consequences of your action. And people asking about is she a virgin? She's not a virgin. They already had sex, dude. They've been married since January. Besides that, Sharon was talking to this man while he was still married. Sharon knew that,
Okay.
but she's not going to come out and tell you that. And what I'm telling you is facts. It's not alleged information. And yes, he's been married 3 times. And
Okay.
yes, he has 4 children, not one. She only knows of the daughter. She might not know of the 3 boys.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, Shade. Thoroughly enjoyed talking to you. You're bringing it 100%, like you said, from your sources. People talk. That's what you need to understand. So when we're talking, people talk. And they will talk and say, "Oh, don't quote me, don't give my name," but they will give you the information. And the information, when you are talking to the person, like the person that spoke to me, she was just laughing. She said, I know him, we're together." I'm like, "What? Are you serious?" Oh, exactly the same thing said to Sharon.
And
No
to
one
be,
has ever loved me.
when you were covering the story earlier, and that's when the other person called in, right? So
Exactly.
let me ask you this. You were about to say something when I had to go off to answer the call. I think you were saying that you asked the person if they know their past, the guy's past story, and I didn't get that answer. What was the answer that she
Yeah,
gave at that time?
he told her about the second wife only. And he only told bits and pieces of the story, and of course, he painted the second wife as, a devil who
Mm-hmm.
he did everything for her, and she was ungrateful. She didn't love him. She was not into the marriage. She was the one, and he told her also that he was the one that left her, but she was the
Okay.
one that filed for divorce.
Okay, so that's probably what somebody was saying earlier, that maybe there's a lawyer calling around. The thing is that, let me tell you with my full chest, if I did papers as my first marriage, and I'm now dating on as we move on forward, right? If I dated you for 6 months, there's a good chance you wouldn't know about that first marriage. Oh.
But if you really want to have a good marriage,
No, I don't know if I have marriage. I'm just dating. I thought you said you just dated. I don't know if
no,
there's a marriage.
no. Okay, you're talking about my source.
Yeah. Like if I'm dating a person, right?
Yes,
And we
yes,
dated for on and off for 6 months,
yes.
and you might not know about you will know about my marriages, right?
Mm-hmm,
But if
mm-hmm,
I did a marriage for a way,
mm.
you might not necessarily know that in 6 months. Oh,
Yeah,
especially if I don't.
but he was already married to wife number 3 at the time.
I will tell you about number 3 first before I tell you about that first one.
Yeah, but he only told her about number 2, never mentioned number 3.
Oh
Are you
yeah,
getting it?
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Ola,
What I'm saying.
I know you didn't join us from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
They started talking in January of 2023.
Mm-hmm.
And he got married to wife number 2 in December of 2022. So he was
Okay.
already married to the wife number 3, traditionally.
Traditionally, okay. Which
Yes.
matters, by the way. I'm not saying that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That matters. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, there was a lot he didn't tell her.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Ross, you are in the studio. Can
Auntie
you
B, this is
hello
such an
darling?
interesting
Thank you
one.
so
Good
much for
evening.
waiting.
Good
Mm-hmm.
evening.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh, where do I start from? Let's just break it down from what Man of Prestige just said. Yeah, let's even assume that okay, the timelines is he's been dating wife number 2. She knows they're doing things to get away, right? And he's dated her for like 7 years and they got married, right?
Mm-hmm.
So technically, some Nigerians are looking at it like maybe the first one was Iwe arrangements, right? 2 wives is still a lot of wives,
Hmm.
especially when you travel back home. And I think what that lady from Kenya was trying to explain is a wedding takes months and months of preparation. Even picking your wedding dress takes a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
But let's even dissect it and just stop talking about how many wives he married for one. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Nigerian girls that grew up in Nigeria, their street years is not 33 if they're 33 years old. They
Hmm.
are their eyes don't tear, their eyes have opened. No disrespect, right? I
Mm-hmm.
grew up in Lagos partly, but there's a level of desperation on that street of Lagos
Mm-hmm.
that just makes them lose their senses. I went to Unilag. I know what a lot of us did in Unilag. And I say us, even we that the born again ones,
I mean, not the Jesus baby baddies, like proper born again. I knew what was available on that street. Now let's stop judging, both of them for a minute. Let's look at Sharon just as a person. She's been in that industry. Lagos is like somebody has said this before. It's like they're recycling the same saturated men that have wives or girlfriends in the abroad and are living in Lagos. So there is scarcity of men. I'm not saying I support what she did, but there's an element of desperation there. And that's why it appears that she doesn't care. You know, every one of us is talking, we're analyzing things from the point of view that we don't wish her bad, but we are concerned for the
Yeah.
younger ones. We are concerned for the good girls brought up in, loving and caring and well respectable homes that think this is the new norm. We're just concerned and we have to talk. You put your wedding on social media after hiding the guy's face and you expect us not to talk. That's not going to happen. Now, for me, I just think number one, this guy is a serial marrier. I don't know what condition, therapist or psychologist would diagnose him with, but he has a thing with marrying. He just has a thing. And he appears like he's marrying upwards. I don't know if men do that. So he's
Of
married
course they
one.
do. Of
He's
course.
used, yeah, he's used that one, from what we heard so far,
Oh,
allegedly.
oh no, hold on, Ross, hold on. What are you saying? You don't know if men do that. Wife number two is a nurse practitioner in the
Okay.
US.
And then he
Wife number three
graduated.
is a medical doctor
He's a
in
medical doctor.
Nigeria. Wife number three is a successful, well-known actress in Nigeria.
There
So
is there is something he's looking for, and unfortunately, he might go on to someone like Moabudu next because he just
that book is
doesn't.
almost
Wahala.
60.
No. I
Wahala.
mean, no. From look at the trajectory though. He went from a nurse to a medical doctor. He's
eh?
now entered the fame and the world of Nollywood. He's
Eh?
gonna want to beat his record. So this guy,
Really?
someone needs to like,
I
you know,
mean,
Oríṣiríṣi,
Auntie V, let me
oríṣiríṣi, Jesus.
from my, you were
Orishishiri.
talking about, you were talking. I
This
think
is
from my end,
Orishirishu. I don't know what to say again. No, Sumi.
from my, just ignore
Orishirishu.
me for a minute. From
Not
my personal,
too.
from my personal experience,
Thank you, my darling.
from my personal experience, I'm married to one man. And I do understand when people love on you, they're the first to call you in the morning. You speak to them for 5, 10 hours. You speak to them, through the day, at night, for months, for years, and then you get married. And then you realize when you finally get married and maybe move abroad that they won't be calling you that much because you're all out trying to make money. So there is that element. All we're just saying is younger ladies out there, please do your due diligence. We elderly ones, I know when I was much younger in my 20s and this guy swept me off my foot and my pastors were concerned. One or two, my dad was saying, I thought you would wait till you're 28. I was like, everything they were saying was just going, you know,
It wasn't entering
from
your ear. You are in love. How dare you tell me what to do?
it didn't
Are you
enter
telling?
my
We've
ears.
all been there, my darling
But
sis.
yeah, but
We've all been there.
I'm glad that when I moved over, it wasn't like he was cheating or he was married to someone else. But we then had fresher challenges, that so marriage is hard enough, is all I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
You will be getting
You
to
don't
know
want
one another.
all the
It,
extra
no,
freemings of
exactly.
ex-wives,
But
inheriting
should I even
so
tell you
many
something?
ex-wives and stepchildren. It's
I
too
think the
much.
last point I'll be making is, for me personally, I want to marry somebody that I'm a first to. I get pregnant is our first pregnancy. There's the excitement of having a baby, the first baby together. But a man, we don't see everything. Waiting, what are you doing with such a man? But that's my personal opinion. But
Yeah,
again,
thank you.
thank you so much for your contribution. But younger ladies, you can do better. Stop diminishing your self worth by being with people like this. Look at Rita Dominic. Look at
Yes.
Adetiba. They
Kemi
waited.
Adetiba.
Kemi,
Yes, those
they
are the two.
waited. And,
Mhm.
you know, it was a joy to watch their wedding online.
Yeah.
You know, me personally, having gotten married at 24, I wish, you know, someone had told me to wait till my 30s.
Wow, you got married early, 24.
You know,
That's
I wish.
early.
But then I dated my partner since I was 19. But having said that,
Mm.
I wish somebody had told me there was joy in the longevity of just being single, just just enjoying my youth
Man of prestige,
without
leave
being
it on. He's
in
making a
something.
point.
But
Thank you
anyway,
so much.
I will stop sharing so other people
Thank
can
you,
talk.
Rose. I appreciate you, my darling. I thoroughly love speaking to you. A proper Britico. Before I come back to you, I'm saying all your fans in the studio, they don't let me rest too.
You
Abby
see,
is number one. She's begging me that I did not allow you to break it down. I
the
did not allow
timeline
you to
again.
preach.
We are doing investigative journalism. Okay, let me
Yes,
just
she said
let's
I did
break
not
down
allow
this
you.
thing so that the other
Before
people.
Asim will come on again, guys, please give us a thumbs up. Let me just take a break, just 1 minute.
Hit
Asim,
the like
yes,
button.
coming. Hit the
Please
like button
hit the
now,
like
good fam.
button.
Abby, you are not telling people to like. You are there saying, and
I
wait,
didn't see it. Thank
Abby,
you.
I see is the one that does the timeline. She's the investigative. Please give us a thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. We have a member of our family here that does these amazing perfumes. Her name is Natu. She's a Hausa girl. And you know Hausa people and perfume. They know something about perfume. She does these amazing fragrances. So please check out her website. Yeah, it's called qualisainc.us. I'm going to post it in the link, post the link in the comment section. If you haven't purchased yours, please get a minimum of two because wherever I wear this perfume to go, people are asking me, what are you wearing? What are you wearing? She's giving special discount for Obodo Farm and she's on sales now from the 4th to the 7th of June. You see how the Jewish people keep the money in their community? Asians, they keep the money in their community. Africans, let's learn to keep the money in our community. This is our sister, she's our friend, and she's doing. If it wasn't good, trust me, I won't bring it your way. But these perfumes are amazing and they are very, very affordable. She's doing sales now. So please click on the link in the comment section, Qualisa Inc. That's INC. And please purchase from her, Qualisa Inc.us. Thank you so much to everybody that have purchased. These perfumes, they are oil-based perfumes. You will never buy from the high street anymore. They last 24 hours and I can testify because I've got them. So use the link and please purchase from Natsu. Thank you so much, everybody. Over to you, Asin, then Honey Babe, and then we'll wrap up with Man of Prestige.
Okay, so thank you so much, guys. I didn't even see their messages that I've been sending you. So, Auntie B, let's break this thing down. From the horse's mouth, we are not doing them. Say, Sharon in the video said she dated her husband 2.5 months. They engaged on the 3rd month and married 3 months after that. Now, from her page, she visited LA 2 times, October and February. I'm going somewhere. So if we are using December 2023, which was the date when the divorce was finalized, it means that's when they started dating. Engagement will fall March, the marriage, like the marriage per se, if we say it's this wedding, is June. However, remember that she said when she posted her engagement that they're already married. Meaning the timeline is actually, they started dating October, which was the first time she went to LA. They got engaged January of this year, and they married March because she told us at March that the ink has dried on the marriage, like the papers have dried the ink. And then with Vicky James's testimony, Vicky James said Sharon met her before her own wedding. Vicky married in February. So Sharon met her to do her gown before February, which means this our second timeline of getting engaged January that is working. It then means she knew Auntie B. She knew that other marriage was already wrapping up or has wrapped up.
Yes.
We use that. It then you met the guy October. That's not when he started talking with you. He started talking way before then because she said your girl said something that is very important. She said, he told me he was going to call once, and the second time he didn't call, I cut it off. Sharon, in her own testimony, that's why God said, people they talk, they will expose themselves. She said she noticed he didn't call her in 2 days. And then she called, was like, why didn't you call me? He was like, you went to have fun. And then she was like, yeah, I'm having fun because I'm single. And then he said, yeah, what if I don't want you to be single again? And everybody was like, oh, you see 2 different experiences. One person seeing it as you're not being consistent. Another person seeing it as love. Because he's talking to 2 women, juggling them. And then you're being emotional. Somebody did not call you for 2 days back to back. It didn't, like, your own thought is the fact that he told me on day 3 that what if I no longer want you to be single is now something. Whereas the other girl is like, you know what, guy, I cannot be sitting down and waiting for your call. So this is like, if we are looking at it, it's not so much of a you don't know what's up. It's maybe the pressure, Auntie B, the pressure.
That's what I said. It's desperation.
The desperation. For him now, some people go on podcasts and say, dates, throw your eggs, pack your egg. Don't date only one person. Maybe he was just sweet talking everybody. Nobody has loved you fiercely, so that he will not need to repeat himself. He has said everything to everybody so that he doesn't mistake you for you. Let him just spread his eggs and spread his whatever. Let's just say he's real with her and he wanted to test 10 girls. We just know only the one that came up. He has done all this. One person says, I can't work with this standard and I'm out. Sharon says it's okay for me as long as you know what you want. Do you get that kind of thing? And then she picks it and she runs with it. But at this point now, nobody should say anybody's victim. Because you had the way she reviewed this guy shows that she knew. Because somebody that didn't know will show his face from day one. She won't need to hide him. Or maybe he told her that, my ex-wife, we are still trying to finalize divorce. She's clingy. Her people will come for me. The other caller said he's the kind of person that will want to say those kind of things. And then everybody is bad. Me, I'm good. So you're trying to protect your happiness and protect your joy. You're forgetting that you're aiding and abetting a crime that will come out. From her timeline, my dear, is weird because you talking to Vicky by February, before February, because Vicky married February. If you talk to her before February, it's January. And that's when she got engaged. That's when Sharon got engaged, January this year. The divorce was finalized December. There's no
time for ink to even dry on the divorce.
Ink did not dry as they were fanning the paper. They were fanning the paper because now we can't tell him that we don't know. The 2 timelines don't work. It shows somebody that is just gambling.
Yeah, it was definitely into more than one woman at the same time at every time during this whole thing. Yeah.
See, Bumi is even saying that. Me, I'm looking at Vicky's, white wedding. When
Bumi is saying November
last year. That's for her trad. If it's November, Auntie B, it means there's another timeline. He had already told her we are going to get married. So she has started planning her wedding before engagement. If we want to do FBI, this is my work. She has started planning wedding before ink go dry. You say, I want to divorce in the future, but it's you I want to marry. So now she don't call Vicky James.
So does she know about wife? No, do you think she what I'm suspecting, because I'm thinking, does she know about wife number 3? Or it's possible it's only wife number 2.
Yeah. He must have merged these 2 personalities into one.
Yeah.
She knows only one.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Because remember the girl that spoke to me, said that she only knew about wife number 2.
No, it's not.
That's the one she knew about.
He explained as 3. He explained these 2. The information I got, he explained, when you love somebody, this 2 is the real wife, is the one that he would, But the way he explained these 3 is as if it's 2.
It's like the 2, number 3 never existed. It's not consequent. It's not important. Let's not, how people would just, Shebi is just traditional marriage. And did she even go to the US? I don't know whether she found her way to the US or not. Maybe if she didn't go to the US, it would just, it doesn't matter. After all, she's not in the US. And I was not in love. It was arranged. It doesn't matter.
She was never mentioned. Is this 2? And the fact that maybe he might have even said a little about her a mental issue, but he would have painted it in a way that she's obsessed about him. Such that Sharon needed to protect his identity from whoever she needed to do that. Because look at the way she went about the engagement. As you're showing that you're engaged, you're informing us that you're already married.
And also that name, Odogwu Salensa.
I don't know where she got that. She silenced the noise in her life.
Yes.
What was
No,
making noise?
it's silencing because I think
be silencing the monitoring spirits.
Yes, absolutely. She knew that this thing was going to come out because you can't hide these things. It will come out.
That's what she wrote. A few months ago, I said yes to my Odogwu silencer as I call him, silence the noise. Who is making noise, Sharon?
This is the noise now. The noise that came, starting from Stella. This is the noise.
No.
From their wedding day, their engagement day, that's when the noise started. So that name is intentional.
She admires she really
silenced the noise.
Married this guy since that March, I think March this year, at most by timeline was when she did her court. So the ink had dried. But before court, she had already met Vicky for her dress. Meaning she had met Vicky immediately she got engaged. And this guy said, I want to, for her, she's like, the guy told her, what if I want to change it? Like, oh my God, I need to enjoy myself. I'm single. He said, what if I no longer want you to be single? In her mind, that is lines. That is like, the height of love. And then they start dating. But it's 2.5 months. Only 2.5 months within the dating period. That 2.5 months, she was in LA in October last year, and she was in LA February. That February, she went back. They don't already
monetary spirit. How did you people know when she was in LA?
I went to her page.
Hey, Jesus.
They will put location.
Jesus. I see. How did you know when she was in LA?
It's there. She was crossing road. I can see an LA. I can see a California, where she has crossed road. We want to be sure because we don't want to speculate.
You don't want to speculate.
Yes, the facts. Sure. Why are you in LA by this time? Sun is shining, walk green up and down, Palm Springs, California. That's what she said.
She will put it to location.
You know when they put location to tell us that where
shocked me.
She spent Valentine. No, Joy's reality. She spent Valentine in Hawaii. Yes, I'm on that. So LA to Hawaii.
You people released. You did a study of that page.
I need to, because we need to be sure that we are not handing our daughter to a
detective. Anybody that wants to come and marry your kid, make the person ready.
Oh God! But this is the timeline now.
I fear you. I went to the same page. The only thing I saw was Sharon reading Bible, the book of Daniel. I don't even see all.
I say Jesus baby that she is.
Let's not see. You want to pursue me, man of prestige. Let me run away.
Don't run. We're all Jesus baby. Stop.
I say thank you. Let's allow Honey Babe to talk. Honey Babe has been waiting forever. Thank you so much. I say, Honey Babe, welcome, darling. How are you?
Hello, everybody. If I get married again, I need you to be a CI for me.
Contact Asin to come and do investigation for you.
Wahala.
If I want marry again, I will get her to check my partner for me. Please. This one is FBI MI6. Serious matter. Hello, everybody. I think I just wanted to put a different spin on the things that whether she knew or she didn't know. I think my main concern, I always try to keep it real and bring it back to my own experience. What is really scary is the fact that within, correct me if I'm wrong, 2 to 3 months, you actually want to marry someone. I think that is really scary. I saw a lot of commentary about age shaming, but I think you dealt with that. Whether, the age has got nothing to do with it. I do agree that in Nigeria, there's such a pressure. But as I said, I don't really get involved because I'm not based in Nigeria. But I remember the joy of hearing about Rita Dominic getting married. This is a woman that did not allow pressure of being married. She decided to wait for the right person. And I respect that. And I think the issue I'm having is that if you have to be very conscious and investigate the person that you want to get married to. I come back to my own experience where because certain things weren't done, I ended up marrying someone that I had no business marrying. And I think it's really going to be quite sad if at the end of the day, the marriage doesn't work out. I'm not wishing bad, so people should just relax. all I'm saying is that when you marry in haste, normally the situation is that the marriage, you will now run out of the marriage just as quick as you married. Again, I'm going to repeat myself with what I said before. How do you know someone in 2 to 3 months? I'm very much like what JR said, that how you marry someone within 3 months, you know jack about them. And I think that the lessons to be learned for me, for young people is, or for young women, is that please do your diligence, research. Even if there's pressure for you to marry, wait a bit, observe, watch, pray, do all of those things. Because my ex did a lot of love bomb. He did a lot of things. And because I allowed myself, and I forgot to mention this, is that I broke up with my son's father. I was engaged and things happened, and I obviously ended the relationship. I think going back in time and thinking about the choices that I made, I was quite devastated about the relationship, even though I ended it. And I'm not trying to not take accountability, but I believe that allows me to put myself in a situation where I was introduced to someone that I shouldn't have been introduced to. I just had my son. He was less than a year old before I was entertaining my ex-husband. So I'm just trying to say that these things do happen. I always like to keep it real and say that I have done stupid things. I have made bad choices. And I think maybe, and I'm hoping that she will make the decision whether she wants to stay in that relationship and have a kid, like some people are speculating, or she wants to do damage control and still be in that marriage. And I just hope she comes to a place where, for me, if I know that I'm not in the right relationship, I'm gone. But not everybody is, like I said, is like me. And I hope she has the guts. I know Nigeria is very different to the UK or the West, that she will now decide, I'm out of this relationship if it's not for her. I don't really want to say much about him because I've repeated myself quite a number of times regarding him. I personally think he has issues. There's something going on, because as JR said, why are you so obsessed with getting married? I've been married once and I'm not in any hurry to marry again. And I got married in 2020. I got married in 2014. Literally, it's been 10 years and I'm still not in a rush to get married again. Once was enough for me right now. So I really don't understand the obsession of getting married every single time. There's something not quite right there. And what concerns me is what we heard about I think the second or the third wife, correct me if I'm wrong, there's an issue of mental health. How does it get to that stage where you have mental health? What did this guy actually do, Gongo? What did he do?
I don't think I've ever heard you speak Yoruba before.
Sorry.
That you're speaking Yoruba is serious.
She said Gongo.
Sorry.
I love it, Onibe.
But I think the issue for me is that the lessons learned. I'm not condemning anybody, because I always try and keep it real. Anything I talk about, I bring it back to my own experience, because I feel that that it helps people to know that, you know what, even someone like Honey Babe can get it wrong and get herself into a situation. And I just think that he's got an issue and he needs to deal with it. There's something I don't know how to explain it, but I just feel there's something not right. How are you jumping from one relation and you got 4 kids? I mean, come on. I mean, like I said, I have 2 kids from 2 different dads. I'm not ashamed of it. But even though I respect myself, that I'm not doing any more kids. I can't be having kids from Tom, Dick, and Harry. Do you understand what I'm saying? I know he's a man and things are different, but I just think he needs to really reflect, what legacy do you want to have for your children, where they see their father jumping from one relationship to another? Now he's 49. I believe that a certain time, in terms of your age, you need to check yourself and you need to think about, because you get to a stage where when you look back, you don't have as much time. I know what I'm trying to say, but you're nearly 50. You're not a baby. Mm-hmm. All this jumping from bib to bib. I mean, what you said when you mentioned that you got the tea today, I wasn't shocked, Auntie B, because it's pretty obvious that he casted a net. He was probably chatting to a multiple of women. I think probably 3 or 4 women. And sorry to say, Sharon was the stupid one to entertain him. The other lady you mentioned realizes that at the end of the day,
she's a She's a no-nonsense
Thank
person.
you. Exactly. So I respect that type of woman. But I think for me, Sharon was desperate. And this is what I keep saying. You can't be acting with emotions in terms of desperation because it will make you make silly choices. I'm talking about myself included, where I allowed emotions to allow me to make bad choices.
Okay.
And that's all I wanted to say, Auntie B. Thank you.
Thank you so much, honey babe. This one you spoke Yoruba today. I know that the matter okay, Lara. Gongon. Thank you, my dear. I didn't even know you understand a word of Yoruba. Okay, let's bring it home. We need to end because I gotta go. Man of Prestige, Asin, both of you left in the studio. What are we drawing from all this wealth of information? There's so much information. What is the point? What are we trying to teach? What are we trying to learn and to unlearn in this situation?
Just be careful. Just be careful. It's not. We are not all mad. It's not like all of us. Imagine if most of us are married. So it's not like we are coming to collect the husband. You know, some people are weird about single people advising them. They feel like you don't know what you're talking about. But when someone that is married that doesn't have any need to take your husband from you is telling you, also see that we have
if
nothing
they can
to
even
lose.
take him, that means it wasn't meant to be for you in the first place. Is it popcorn that they are going to take? A whole human being, they will just take him like that. So that thing used to piss me off.
People say we are people are
Why are they
bad
taking him?
people are evil people. They don't want her happiness.
Does he have a mind of his own? Or
not
are they going to tie him like that lady said in our last show that they should tie him?
That was
Maybe he needs to be tied, to be honest.
If he's tied, are you tying a good thing or a bad thing? You can't tie a serial Maria. Like, what if you now find out he doesn't have sense and you've tied somebody that is like
you
that?
are tied, you will stay together.
No, she should just be careful. This is not done out of hate. Nobody hates.
When you say she, you're talking about Sharon, right?
Yes, Sharon should be careful. She should just be. I know it's a weird thing to advise somebody when the person is in their honeymoon that you should be careful.
I know it's a tough one.
But please, just be careful. You know, with your finance, with the way you interact, maybe you might want to be careful because we have financial responsibility as one of the things that was raised. So you might want
in the second marriage. Yes,
you might want to be careful with divulging every part of your
income.
Your income.
Don't let them take base on your head. Loan.
Is it safe? Is it safe to say that if they got married in 3 months or whatever that timeline is, right, that they didn't have enough premarital counseling? Is that safe to say?
Yes.
Of course.
They did. I don't think the pastor saw him.
Maybe they probably had it after the court marriage.
Like
exactly.
What he said, not all pastors will come and wed you in an economical center.
Yes.
That's not the house of God. Any random person can wed there. We are not sure of it. This is optics. You're marrying for optics or you're marrying in the house of God. Some pastors are very strict. You must marry in a church that is consecrated, not a random place where people take pre-wedding pictures. You know,
that's a state church. That's a state church for the government.
Yes, anybody. Most times when we do government wedding,
that's government events. That's where they do government church
events. Somehow, but I feel like right now is the time for the pastor to do the post-marital counseling. If I thought there's something.
Exactly. I think they definitely didn't have any kind of.
Thank you so much, my darling.
Thank you, Asi. Reply my message, Asi.
Oh, you sent? Okay, I will.
Yeah. Ola, please don't try to steal Asi from me. I just found her. What is this now?
I'm still
What is this? Why are you sending her a message? Nah.
Emergency so. Well, I'm still around. Emergency so. Emergency so.
I'm very jealous. So kilo they go.
Don't worry. We will share everything. Don't worry.
No, I'm not sharing.
There's more than enough around to go around.
No, I'm not sharing. I'm very jealous. Asi, thank you very much, my darling.
Thank you, Asi.
Have you. Take care.
You know, Auntie B, the more important part about all of this right now is that there's 1,640 people watching. And I need them to all hit the like button.
Yeah, I'm not hitting the like button. No.
I need them to all subscribe.
That's the point. I can't remember the last time I had so much views at the same time. 1,700 people, Ola.
Yeah,
I sent you a screenshot.
We should be hitting 2,000. If everybody hit the like button right now, we'll hit 2,000 easily. Even on the day when we're not catching crews like this and we're actually teaching some lessons, we'll be hitting 2,000 easily.
There's a lot of lessons in it. It's not just crews. Absolutely.
So, but particularly with this thing, I mean, the lessons remains the same, and to be, people should take their time. It's not about age per se. Age is not the same thing as maturity, but maturity is a function of age sometimes. But in this situation, I think this young lady should have taken her time to get to know this guy, and then that would have helped. Then also the big wedding is, if you are like if you could be considered a serial, what do you call it, a serial marrying person, right? I think take your time. Like, you don't have to do a big wedding again. You can do anniversary.
Yes.
You can
I
do
heard in
5 year
your show when you
anniversary.
said, I was watching your show earlier, you said they should have done like 5 years anniversary. Not
Yes.
even wedding. Yeah.
Yes, because you see this noise that the monitoring spirits are making right now is actual real energy that will affect their marriage, either they
Yes.
like it or not.
Yes. You
You
know,
know.
if they have just done the way they did the tradition, the court marriage, if they have left it at that, they will still be married.
Yes.
Yeah, right price, and then just go down, live their life.
Yeah, even cover his face for 5 years.
Yeah, I mean, they are married, so
Yeah.
all this drama would not have followed. But
Yes.
I think it was very important for Sharon to have this ceremony, not the guy.
Yes.
And you know
Exactly.
what?
Exactly.
We were talking about funding this wedding the other day, and I said this wedding is in millions. I started to think about it. How was this wedding funded? It's not possible that Sharon alone funded this wedding. I'm sure she contributed, but Odogwu and Alexa contributed too. So
How
I'm
much? How
thinking,
much do you think? If everything we know about him right now is true, how much did he have to contribute? How
I'm
much?
thinking he probably took a loan to fund this wedding.
Okay, maybe he took a loan, but I
Yes.
think Sharon has enough in her network, considering people want to advertise with that wedding too and stuff.
Yeah.
But they spent a lot of money on that wedding.
No, that Sharon didn't fund this wedding single-handedly. It was a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's a lot of money that went into that wedding. So
A lot of wedding. It's a lot of money. The hall, the decoration, the food. Did you see that people were there were performance?
yeah.
All
I
different
mean,
people.
I think it was RC that told us that each bottle of perfume that was inside of the stuff for the
What she
bridesmaid,
bridesmaid.
$350. Yeah.
Come on now. No.
So
There's no way there's no way that Sharon funded that wedding herself. No.
yeah.
Odogwu Alexa dropped some money, definitely.
I don't think Odogwu Salesa can afford that wedding.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
yeah, I don't think he can afford even half of that wedding. I think that wedding is a celebrity wedding. Killer song.
It's more than a celebrity wedding.
So I don't think he can afford even half of that wedding.
Well, I remember that people were comparing it to the video's wedding. The video with all his wealth, his father's money, his uncle,
Yeah.
and everybody. How many
Yeah.
governors were there? People were comparing. That's how classic the wedding was.
Yeah.
It's not a joke. They spent money.
Yeah. But I think people. Okay, so let me just share 2 points real quick. First point is, people like Sharon, they need to be careful. Okay, if you can relate with Sharon, you feel like, hey, you're ready, you've been prophesied to at the beginning of the year. That does not mean, like Onibe was saying, that you shouldn't get to know these people. You don't have to get married within the 12-month calendar by force. You should take your time. That's number one. Then for people like this guy, because there are men out there that they just want to get married, and they find themselves doing this serial thing. It's like you can't fall under pressure, because I think she really wanted this big wedding.
Yeah.
You can't fall under the pressure that you must do a big wedding if you know that you're a man of experience and you're coming from a place with this kind of history. Because like I received what everybody was saying in the chat earlier on. If you know that you've been married about 4 or 5 times like that, you need to slow it down. Take your time. That doesn't mean you shouldn't engage companionship, but this big thing, this loud noise, because they're gonna have to deal with this energy, this loud noise, either
But
they
you know
like it or
what?
not.
I mean, the feeling I'm getting in all this here while we're running, because I need to go now, is that I think there was too much emphasis on the wedding, not the marriage, which is always a problematic thing that every marriage coach, every marriage counselor will tell you. Don't focus too much on the wedding. It is
Yeah.
the marriage that matters. But there
Yeah.
was so much emphasis on the wedding. Yes,
Well, they say Nigerian guys always love bomb with marriage talk and wedding and stuff like that, and that's what the
yeah.
ladies want to hear sometimes too,
The
right?
aesthetics was too it was expensive. Nigeria, things are so bloody expensive in Nigeria, and everybody in Nigeria will tell you how expensive things are. So when you're focusing too much in planning this kind of wedding that is so grand and all this money, what time are you putting into your life after? Are you going to finish a wedding? And please, if you don't take anything away from this wedding today, ladies and gentlemen, don't go and enter Gbese because you want to do a big marriage. Well, the woman you want to marry as a man or the man you want to marry as a woman, whatever is within your means and what your parents or friends can support you with,
And
if
to be
they do not agree to go and do it within, because all this money, but PK was saying that they did not invite, they didn't have a kini, what they call it, reception. They didn't have a reception in their marriage. He had money, but he used the money to buy
right,
car.
right,
They didn't
right,
have a
right.
car.
And to be, let's end with this. Let me drop a bomb real quick. You see, the gentleman that called me, he tried to be he tried to bring in the tribalistic thing. Okay, he actually came to my show from here. Apparently, he followed the show all the way through to my show, and he said this is a bunch of Yoruba people dragging Igbo people.
Who are the Igbo people?
Is
Sharon Igbo?
No, our Alonso, our Yoruba people, and drag the guy is Odogwu, right? So it's Igbo, it's probably Igbo, right? Ugo.
When they don't have anything to say, they bring tribe in.
No, look at the second layer, and then he went into. There's also the layer of this is just an opportunity to drag men. So when he said that, I now said, there we go. You should have told me that. That's what you're trying to tell me. We should have focused on that part of the conversation. So you see, everybody will pick up what this story from the part of their brain that works. That's just the way it works, So it's all good. I think you did a good job extracting the main lessons, which is people should just take their time,
Take your time.
Don't rush into this thing.
There's so
You
much
have the rest of your life.
than wedding. Yeah. There's
Yeah.
so much more to life. Wedding is just a day. Your marriage is a lifetime by the grace of God. So take your time and please don't invest too much money on showing off.
She said you are Yoruba, Auntie B. Ole so Yoruba. Ole so Yoruba. Money Auntie B so Yoruba. She Auntie B man so Yoruba ni. But
I like the confusion when they come in Yoruba. Woman so Yoruba go come.
So, and then he tried to justify that if I get on a show and a bunch of people are speaking Igbo, I said, as a 44-year-old man, I still won't assume they're all Igbos. But, that's a...
It's okay.
Kamalo Shalaye tired, I get.
Okay. It's okay. Thank you, Ola. I hope you feel better soon, okay?
No problem. We'll talk soon.
All right.
Take care.
Talk soon. My love to Lola. Thank you. God bless. Yeah. Okay, guys. We're going to draw the curtains here today. Thank you so much. It's definitely not about tribe. You guys know I'm the least tribalistic person. I don't believe in all that crap about tribe. Who tribe help? Why tribe never make Nigeria better? If tribe was that important, why tribe never make Nigeria better? That's bull crap. No, we talk about everybody. The day I was dragging Maybe they said that. Where did they say that one is from? Is it not Edo? They say it's from Very Dark Man or whatever they call him. The one that Portable was dragging like past my neighbor generator the other day. Oh my God, Junior was saying we should drag him the other day. I saw a video where they said that he was selling. I saw another video. I said, Junior, what are we going to talk about this one now? They say he collected money from somebody, and when he was selling Oko, and he collected money. He did not bring his nyash. I said, Junior, what are we going to say? I beg you. Tribalism, that's rubbish. We talk about everybody and anybody here. It doesn't matter. Okay? So whoever is saying that obviously does not know us. But that's all right. It's fine. The lesson is that please take your time, pray, do your diligence. If God said that your time has come, you hear from God and they say your time has come, watch to be sure that he's not the first person that say, what if I want to make you a wife? What if I want to change? Even that, it's so corny. What if I don't want it to be temporary? I want it to, no, please take your time. But like I said, I wish them the absolute best. I pray that it works out for them. And, for by some miracle, or because he said he's in counseling, that he's a better man, he's going to treat Sharon well, and their marriage will be filled with lots of love, happiness, peace, and joy. That's all I want for them. But please, as a learning for everybody, don't be in a hurry. Take your time, because if you're going to do life with someone, then you don't need to be in a hurry, because there's so much you need to learn. Take your time to learn and make sure that there's compatibility, there's understanding, that you're on the same frequency. Because, like one of our callers here said, even when all these things align, it's still a struggle to live with another human being. Talk less of somebody you don't even know that well. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope you get it. If you get it, absolutely give us a thumbs up. If you don't get it, forget about it. Thank you so much, everybody. I love you. I appreciate you. Have an amazing weekend. And we'll see you in my next show. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. If you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe. And don't forget to get your Qualisa oil-based perfume. If you want to smell like $1,000,000 while you just spend a little money, make sure you get a minimum of 2. Use the link in the comment section, and that's the link there, Qualisa. Yeah, click on the link there into the comment section and order yours today. It's owned by one of our own. Her name is Natu. She's a Hausa girl. You see why we don't do tribalism? Hausa girl, but she's my daughter. We love her very much here. So yeah, we don't do that here. Thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for staying with me tonight. All 1,700 of you. Not seen these numbers in a long time. I'm a boy is my hobby. AK is my hobby. I love you guys regardless. God bless you. Have a good evening. Have a good afternoon. We'll speak soon. Bye, guys.